been nearly 50 years since the introduction of the fantasy role-playing game. In that time, we've traded tomes of paper and ink for virtualized manifestations of the table. But this great game of the mind has always taken place in our collective imaginations. Welcome to Alchemy RPG. Create interactive scenes and experience gameplay in an intuitive storytelling environment, meticulously designed to amplify cinematic immersion within the theater of the mind. Craft your worlds beyond words. Immerse yourself and your players in your creations with lore-rich articles, fully mechanized NPCs, and pre-made player characters. Effortlessly stream your tales directly from Alchemy, while onlookers cheer for your heroes on perilous paths of adventure. Discover a universe of immersive story worlds like never before, with unforgettable adventures ready to be had at the touch of a button. Breathe new life into your stories by harnessing the power of the Alchemy platform, a window into any world.
Everybody, welcome to the show. We'll be starting here very shortly. I am super excited because tonight we are back into creature creation. We're going to be building up a little bit more monsters for tomorrow's Corpse Talk. Tomorrow we're going to have Alchemy on. I'm super excited to have them. They help sponsor the show right now. Good people overall, and we use them for all of our stuff so far this season, from Blade Runner to our upcoming Pathfinder game, and we're even using them for John Wick. So if you're looking for something fun to use and you want a new VTT that's definitely more on the cinematic side of things, it might be what you're looking for. All right, everybody, we have a hell of a show to do tonight. We have a lot of creatures, monsters, gods, and create. Get your thinking caps on. Get your nasty ready, creeps, because we need to build the evilest, most grossest, most vile creatures we possibly can, not only for the area where our two gods are going to throw down, but also for the new map that has been added and donated by good old Delving Wood. That was our last guest we have on the show with Danny. May have been the worst microphone of all time, but one of my favorite guests of all time. Don't worry, our next person's got a good mic, a good cam, because remember having Eddie Well, Chris Eddy on from Alchemy tomorrow night, and today we build his demise. So get everything together, get your Streamloot cards, and don't forget that right now, Streamloots is giving out candy on their site. So have the website over, ready to click the little ghost that flies by. And when that ghost flies by, click it and you get candies. They have some fucking amazing prizes this year. They're giving a PS5 away, an Xbox Series X, a Nintendo Switch. So all these things enter you into streaming to get yourself a chance to win. If you're like, nah, that shit's fake, there's no way that'll happen. Well, you're wrong. We already had one person win a Nintendo Switch back when I was running Norse Foundry. So, you guys all ready? We ready to build some monsters to absolutely destroy the Headless Knight's chance of survival? Well, I sure as shit am. So let's get into it. What is up, everybody? It is another creature creation night. Yeah, I saw that. No Screamy Beanie Man, and that pisses me off. That's like my favorite thing they had. I never got one. So, and I'm partnered with them, and I never got one of the goddamn things. So you'll notice down here on this side, there are 2 alchemy symbols. Well, that's because not only do they sponsor the show, he's going to be on, and in the 2 cam setup, I got to be able to have it on their stuff. So if you're wondering why the hell that's there, that's why. So how is everybody doing tonight? Are we doing well? Are we ready to build some monsters? We got the new map to look over, which I'm pretty excited about the new map. We have a whole bunch of stuff going on in the background. Let me put the regular music back on for us. If the music's too loud at all during the show, let me know. We should be good. I got all the horror stuff that I need tonight. I'm ready to create stuff. We're going to be doing a lot of skeletal-like creature creation. I've prepped a few scenes on the VTT. There is a rat from Danny. Is it Danny who did it? Yeah, Danny's map from Delvingwood. I had to look at my notes. And we're going to be talking to him about that. I shouldn't say talking. We're going to be reviewing notes that he gave me for that, for the Mad Vermin, I believe is what it's called. Think of like a really twisted, evil mat rays. So we're going to be going through that. I also have some rib-caged monsters to do. I got a fog. What was it called? The fog stone is another thing we're going to be building. And then obviously what other random things you guys come up with. But I wanted some jumping off points so we can get through the cards tonight. Because the goal is to leave Chris really in a bad position no matter where he goes. So we got beer. We have coffee for my lack of sleep. We got our horror themed water. Right? All the babies on this one. And the beer I'm drinking, check out this art before we jump into this. It's called Fangs Out from Drecker. Cool art from this company. They do really good stuff, just in general. So anyway, we all ready? I have our PDFs up. I have our website stuff up that we need. Hopefully I don't have to move anything around. We should be good. So let's head over to the work page and let's just get into this. I think this is going to be... I think it's gonna be pretty wild. That's my guess. So, the first thing I wanted to showcase here, I have this set up in this 2-1. This is the gentleman will be on. It says Danny, but it'll be Chris. Actually, you know what? We'll change that right now. Watch this. Watch this. We'll change it right now. So Chris is an amazing guy. He's a gamer. He loves music. He knows a ton of people, and he is one of the main people who helped create Alchemy Online, which I thought was pretty cool. So Chris Eddy, good dude. I've talked to him numerous times. I interviewed him when I was over on Cobalt Press, and I'm going to show you what they're bringing to the giveaway, so you have an idea of what is going to be in store. Okay, so this is the current treasury to date. Okay, we have Shadow the Demon Lord. We have Occult Philosophy. So Shadow Demon Lord is a core game from Rob Schwab. Super adult, super over the top, very much made for adults to play. So he's donated both of those. Hunger in the Void is a bunch of new options for your characters. Very violent. You can see this from the cover. It's visceral as fuck. And then Exquisite Agony, which I believe is an adventure, if I remember correctly. Then we had Danny on from Delving. Danny is not giving 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. He's giving out 4 pieces. 4 25-piece set tiles that he's going to give out. I think this one we're going to divide out and give to 4 people. But Chris let me pick what I wanted to do. What I thought was nice from Alchemy to give out. So I got a variety of things. And I don't know if we're going to do a big 1-pack drawing for this, like a fucking welcome to Alchemy. I haven't decided yet. It's going to depend on what the rest of the stuff is through the series. But look at this stuff. So 6-month sub, which lets you make infinite characters, infinite worlds, all that kind of stuff. Then he's going to give the full Mork board rule set. And I'd like to remind people, when you get the rule sets through Alchemy, you also get the PDF. Right? And then after that, Symborum, dark fantasy set piece, something I'm looking at trying to run here in the near future for Free League Online. So it's something I thought would be awesome to showcase here and let somebody pick up. I know we had Symborum fans in our diehard audience that probably don't have it on the VTT, which would also get you the PDF. And then they have these Foundry boxes, which are filled with like cards that you scan that give you access to things in the world, pins. I think there might be a shirt in this as well. So that's what they're bringing to the table for, which I'm pumped for. I think it's awesome that they want to do that. So let's go back to the work table. So I'm going to show you the VTT first. I think that probably makes the most sense, right, for us to kind of go through the VTT. Let me get rid of that. Let me see if this Chrome pops. Trying to find my lovely little piece for us here. I put some extra things in, but it doesn't want to pull it up. Is it media? I think it is media, actually. No Skull Media. Uh-oh. We might be burned here. I might have to change up my method here. It's really not that big of a deal, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna go in here and do it. I had the Alchemy map pulled up on my VTT, and I don't think for this we do it that way. I think our normal way of doing it has been I think we've been using the website instead of using what's the word I'm looking for here? Instead of using the web browser. Which means I gotta fix it. Why is it anytime you start something, you've been using it, it decides it hates you for what you're doing, and then it fights with you about it, and then it gets mad that you were trying to do something, and it's very aggravating. Let me tell you what. So we're just going to pull it up over here. I'm going to close it out on this. We're just going to do it on here instead. It'd be a lot easier. Alchemy. Home. Sign in. Here we go. Now it'll just do what I want it to do. All right. So on the table, we have gotten a few things done already. I added a bunch of new stuff. Like, I set us up for success. Okay? I set us up for success. I wanted us to have access to everything. I wanted to have some new things. This is the new Mork Borg overlays. So down here on the right, fog. Well, let's go to our normal stuff. Here is our Ecton map. This is where most of our combat has happened. When Danny joined us last time, he dove out of this and tried to set up the next person in a really shitty situation. Right? So he came back to this door, which goes out to 2. Okay? So he may come through this. Danny also ran all the way upstairs when he was playing, and he went through the God Room. Which, I'll be honest, I didn't expect him to do it. So he came all the way up here and went through this tower. And remember, he came up through, ran through it. It's like, nope, not doing that. Ran back down. And he got to see this god come out. So this god is now active. And no one has died yet. No one has died yet, but this god is active. But Danny provided us a map. So over on the fog set piece, which is this one, creepy background, right? It's got the two guys kind of faded in the background. It's really weird. But Danny gave us one of the blueprints that he uses for his terrain tiles. If you haven't seen them, they're wooden pieces that he was showing off on the show. But they're wooden pieces to quickly lay out terrain. A lot of people throw them in a Crown Royal bag. And they sit down and just throw them on the table. So he gave us one of the blueprints he uses and how he shows people how to set up his tiles. So look, we got a big custom map to add. Right? Big. And with that, 2 goes to 2. So you come out, and I was like, man, how am I gonna do this? So I'm probably gonna renumber this, but I think the thing that makes the most sense is I'm gonna put the door over here, and I'll put a 2A in green to symbolize where they're coming from, and we'll do it here. So I think this is gonna be our starting point. So with that, I'm gonna take the token and place it here so we know where it is. I have the grid on. I think I'm gonna resize our map to the grid because I want the grid to be bigger. You know what? Actually, I'll just go gridless. We don't have to worry about it then. The only thing is the gridless will make it a little. Yeah, I kind of have to size it. Just makes it so small to me. Don't you guys think? If I pull this all the way over here, I guess it's not bad. And just turn the grid off. You know what I mean? Let me turn the opacity up a little bit so I can size it a little better. I guess we could just do it like that. We'll just do that. Because then it's marked and we're good. Over here, though, I made a bunch of monsters. Now place them back over here for us. Let me turn this grid on because it'll snap to it, right? Actually, I already made a bunch to add to the game. So that we're kind of like in it. And we're not like dicking around trying to figure out what we want to build out of the gate. But I am sure we'll all come up with ideas as we're doing this because it's always what happens. So, our minions, right? I made a trap one. Let's zoom in here. Let's turn the grid off. I have our door and our trap card. I have a fog creature card and I have a boss card. So, let's go through these really quick before we dive too deep. I'm going to pull them up on screen so you can see them. So, in Danny's version, he has a rat in his version of the game called a death spiral vermin. So this is art that Danny has for his game. He said use it up. So we're going to be making death spiral vermin at some point. They are a minion. I have all the base stats in there. Nothing else is added yet, right? Then I have this idea for these ribcage creatures where they like encapsulate you. And there's an old cartoon show. Did anyone watch the Inhumanoids when they were a kid? Was that something that any of you watched? If you watched Inhumanoids, this is going to make a lot of sense. So Inhumanoids, let me go back to me for a second here. Inhumanoids were a toy line. And I know Todd would know it if he's here. There's one that has a ribcage chest. And in that ribcage chest, he could like trap people in it. It was kind of a gory looking creature. I've always loved the Inhumanoids. They all turned into like rock creatures, if you remember the toys at all. And he was like an alligator head ribcage creature. Do any of you guys remember the show at all? Did anyone watch it? At all? Because it looks like this. So this is the Inhumanoids. This is what the Inhumanoid looks like. It's just like bloody alligator-headed beast, and it would open its chest cavity and like capture you. And I had this toy as a kid. Yeah, Star Drew, that and Humanoids. So I really wanted to make something in homage to these. Like, dude, this thing was just such a cool monster creature design from the 80s that I always enjoyed. Right, like right here, I think he was putting somebody in it. And then they had the toy line as well. So the toys, I had this. You can get them still. This was the kind of toy design for it. It's just a picture, I believe, but yeah. One of my favorites. Here it is. What's up, Amalith? There he is. I had this guy, and so what you could do is his chest piece opened up, and he could capture guys. He's big. It's weird to me that they made it look like a bird head here on this version, when obviously the one that you looked at looked like a it looked like an alligator. Like if we go back, yeah, this one, yeah, I had him too. And the light went through the back of the head, and you could shine a light through it, and it would make the tentacles in the front glow. Oh yeah, man, I had all of those. I was a big fan of this show. So if you go back, they made him look like a bird, but really he was an alligator. Alligator saber tooth? And then later on he changed to like a bird. So with that, let me take us back over to the table. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I made these creatures. I keep clicking hide. I made these armored guys, the wreckers that work for them, right? Then I made this creature here, which is the fog-born knights. There's just constant like fog that's like hair moving out of them.
What's that supposed
Oh, I hear cards getting played. I hear cards. This is the other guy I was looking at as a base creature, the Fog brand. I have some ideas for him. I think he'd be cool. At least I do. Yeah, for some reason it's not putting my... I see something here. I'm gonna put his back over here. I'm gonna cut this. It's not pulling up the map the way it's supposed to. Give me 1 second, everybody. We can still talk, but I want it to do what it's supposed to do. It needs to be capturing my VTT, and it is instead doing everything but that. Because why would it do its job? A Fog brand, yeah, Fog brand. You got it. We need to check something here. We're gonna go down, and this is up because there's some stuff on here that I want to show us as well. It's pretty cool. They added some stuff in here, and I downloaded it, so we'll look at it in a PDF. But I want to know why the Roll20 or the Roll20 capture device that has like all my VTTs is not capturing the app. It's like it doesn't like me tonight. I have some ideas for the Fog here, but I wanted to show you art so you guys could start getting ideas together. Thanks, Kyler. I see you purchased some packs and are playing them. Awesome. Awesome. Getting in it already. Let's see if this Roll20 map capture device. I didn't show too much of the Corpse Talk background off, but there's 100 scenes. Well, 100 scenes and sources. Roughly. Should be map frame horizontal. That's what I thought. There we go. I don't know why I didn't want to capture it. It was really not liking it. I got it now, though. We good. We good. Should be able to pull it up now. All right, there we go. It was not wanting to do any of the things I needed it to do. As a matter of fact, it hated everything that I needed it to do. Got gifted a pen for your tablet. That's awesome. Is it, what type of tablet? What type of tablet is it? Now let's see. See if it works. We're doing a little editing here, everybody. Little fixing of the problems of the stuff in the Go. Horizontal map should be here. It is not, because it does not love us. It hates us. It hates us. Which is very annoying, because I put a lot of work into this, and it doesn't want to work. Always something. Always something. There you are. There you are. I'm serious. It is always something that doesn't want to work when you're streaming. There is no two ways about it. It's supposed to look like this, because you guys don't need to see half of the stuff. So it's supposed to just be that. We're good now. We're good now. I think. You know what I mean? I think we are. It's 3FC. So it'll be in the Sundron. Oh, nice. I see Kyler's loading us up. I was waiting for a few cards to get played before we start designing too heavily. Because it needs to be... It needs to be good. We have cards left over from last time. I've kind of queued up some of those as well for us. So this is because we made this work scene a long time ago, right? When we first started, this is the scene we build off of. I don't use this during the live show. The live show is actually its own piece, but we use this one for everything else. And it's a working, like, there's more sources in this scene than any other, because that's what we use to get shit done, right? But it's supposed to do that, which now it does. We just got to move it down. We got to get rid of this one. And I do it this way because I know we are going to change stuff, because we always do. Like, no matter what I work on or what I do in this thing, every time we do a live show, I change things in here. It's kind of like a working board, which is cool to a point. To a point. There we go. Now that should be good. So let's log into it, back into what we were doing. I want to show you the rest of the artwork. Scene, in the words of Drew, honoring of Drew. So I made the fog brand, but then in honor of the creature that is in Humanoids, I wanted to make one that was similar. So I had this mouth smoke breathing long tendril, and you can see like some of the rib tendrils at the bottom poking out. So this is our GoldenEye creature in the dungeon, and it's a fog stone. And I'm thinking anytime there's fog from a creature, or like a set piece for this environment, there is a chance he shows up. So think of it this way. If they're fighting some of those skeletal creatures we were looking at earlier, right? And those skeletal creatures have fog coming out of them, when they use their fog attack, if a certain type of roll is made, this dude just shows up. So you're fighting two. And it always summons this creature to the location. I think it's a good design. Because I was thinking about playing Elden Ring and stuff when, like, shitty things happen. And you're like, God, why is this thing here? What is going on? And it's because of XYZ monster has shown up. And other ones call other monsters. That is the sample of what we're going to get out of this. Know what I mean? So, that is our creatures that I have kind of designed for us. We can always add new ones, do new ones, things like that. There is something we have to do, though. So this is our character for the show. This is Decapitus. This is our Headless Knight, right? We have all his weaknesses and stuff on here. We have his description. He's terrible and all that. But we have to change his items. Danny left 2 items behind for him. And we need to make sure he's got those items. So he still has his spinal whip. He still has his heavy armor. He still has his backpack. Danny also left him the head of Rob Schwab. You guys remember? What was it called? The blasphemous head? I think that's what we called it, right? Do you have a thing for poison, Drew? Star Drew? I feel like you have a thing for poison. Has a video game permanently scarred you? Did Castlevania and the poison area forever scar your mental being? I hope so, because that will make a lot of sense, because that shit sucked. So the Medusa heads that can turn you to stone and poison you. So this is a head item. Quantity's got 1. There's no cost on it. Oh, I hear the cards being played. I love the sound effects for these cards. I'm a big Tales from the Crypt fan. I really wish they'd bring it back. I really do. So he's going to have the blasphemous head. It is a single room attack up to 1d6, 1d4 creatures. Deals 2d8 damage. And toughness is a DR. Difficulty rating is 13. So he left that behind for him. Okay. So he has that item. Oops. We weren't done with him. Let me go in here. We're not done with him. So we have him that. And I'm going to have you all roll the other item. So that takes us to the fun part. There's a new thing that came out. I'll pull up our Acrobat. So under Mork Borg, a new rule set came out. And it's on their webpage, actually. I should show you that first. For anyone who's interested in it, on their webpage, there is this new D100 trinket, items and trinkets, which I didn't know even existed. So this came out. I downloaded this. So I'm going to load that up for us right now. And then I also... So many things coming out. We go to Mork Borg here. I'm going to use one of our treasury cards, because the goal is we do have to use the treasury cards to incentivize the dungeon. Like, we're still there to kill him, but we got to let him fight through it, or he's just going to get stuck in the main room. So we got to treat this like a real adventure. We can't just like put 40 characters in a room and murder them that way, even though that would be very entertaining for one episode. It would be very entertaining. They wouldn't like it, but I would. So here is the trinkets. Let me pull that back up on screen for y'all. So those are trinkets, right? Pretty cool. Like, there's a lot to it. Should I make this a little bigger? There we go. So I'm going to zoom in on it because I think it's treating it as a 2-page. Yeah, it's 1 page. It's a 1-page thing. The art's dope, but it's 1 page, right? So we have 100 trinkets from Mork Borg. So the other random item we're going to give him is one of these. So can I get a D100 for the audience? 1 D100, I think, is the code for it in the audience. I'm going to grab this for them. Pull up activity feed. We're going to get into corpse talk now. Oop. Should be 1 D100. No? Didn't work. Try just D100 then. We haven't used it in so long. I'm afraid I'm going to have to go make a D100. Yeah, there it is. 40. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I hear the music is playing in here. You guys can probably hear this. So, I don't know if you saw this last time. There's this. There's a slider control for Mork Borg. For those who missed this last time. Can you guys hear this right now? Right? And then I can slide it between. It's pretty cool. But we're not using that music today. We're using this one. What do we got here? What was the first roll? A 40? A 40. A boot that won't fit. A boot that won't fit. That sounds like a perfect waste for them. I'll try to work it into the adventure. Let me see if there's a boot on here. No? Okay. So we're gonna. They also all their items that they have in the game are also in here. So if you get the PDF through winning in the raffle, it has all of it built in as well. The stuff that's in the core book is here, which is really cool. So we're gonna boot. We're gonna say item. I'll say equipment, and it's a boot that won't fit. It's too large, but can hold 2 items. That's what we're giving them. Ha! Funny AW. Hey, see, Star Drew thought so too. Star Drew, you haven't answered me. Why poison? Did I miss it? Did you answer me? So, let's get this going. I'm going to grab a token. If he comes out, he's going to come through a door here. Okay? That's where he's going to come out at. Just so we know, I'm going to mark it. I'll put a 2-2 here, and we'll start at room 11. Now, we do have the ability to mark notes and do stuff. I can also share stuff to people now. They've added some cool stuff in the back end. So now you can assign character sheets to players and stuff like that, which you couldn't do before, which is great. At least I think it's great. So let me pull up our Streamloots. Let me pull up. I see. Oh, we had some people picked up some. Thank you. Someone claimed community packs. Thank you. Who bought the community packs? Who bought community packs? Who was the awesome person who purchased community packs? Aw, Star Drew, you're the best. Serving Hands picked up some packs too, it looks like. Kyler's playing stuff. You guys are the best. All right, CT. Let's get into this. It's building time. I want to start with a minion. Let's shake some rust off here, right? Let's shake a rust off. So we're gonna go minion. Minion.
That's supposed to mean.
New minion. So we're going to use Kyle's new minion card that was played. All right. We're going to start with the rats because this is a big part of what Danny had created. So we're going to bring rats over here. And have I never explained this to you all? This is important. There is a card that's going to be getting added called a duplicate card. They're going to be legendaries, I think, or I think the minions are going to be epics, and the minions will be epics, and bosses will be legendary. So basically, minions will be epic, along with encounters, and then creatures, and then bosses will be legendary, and it'll allow us to duplicate a card, including names that are on it. So whoever duplicates it, that'll be a monster will have it. I want to do that so we can make some cool monsters that are duplicated throughout the dungeons. I'm working out the mechanics for it right now to make sure everybody gets their raffle entries like they should, things like that. But we'll be able to duplicate monsters so we can like use them and stamp them through the dungeon and make it dangerous, you know what I mean? Call minions is our best way to do that currently. So let's view these. These are vermin, minion from Corpse Talk. They're starting, I believe, at a DR of 8 is our number for it. Base minion CT, their DR is an 8. So we gotta go like this. So we go base minion, DR 8. This is what we start with, making them low and easy to kill. This is Kyle for the very first card. I did find something out here the other day. I found out if I go like this, I can expand it, making my life way easier. So the first one is Kyle, 49. And this is going to be for the card, which is going to be new minion. Okay. So that's what we have to start. Now let's get into this. I'm going to pull up the email from Danny here on my end, so that I can look at what these rats are supposed to be like. Because I'm curious if Danny statted them. And if so, we'll riff off of it. You know what I mean? We won't 100% do what he's doing, but we will definitely come up with our version of it. So Danny Grimes, pulling up my phone right now. Danny Grimes showcased. Where are you? Here we go. We want the second one. He also gave me the Tomb of Killix, which we're going to add as well, but at a later day, maybe this season or next season, because we got a lot of stuff to build in the 3 areas that we have. All right, so the rats. So here's what he has written for him. Mad rats swarm any strange sight, sounds, or smell. Black drool drips from their jaws as they rustle menacingly in the damp darkness. Each bite is poisonous. You hear that, Star Drew? Each bite is poisonous and reduces the weak to fighting slowly. What does it say? Solely, tooth and claw. All weapons, spells, and tactics are lost in the red fog of hate. So this will make them use their hands only if they fail to save. The Mad Rats. This is not a bad concept. It's not a bad concept. I do rather enjoy this piece. And we're getting poison. Come on, rats is decent. Just a fucking murder bite. Let me pull up my account here on my other screen. I'm going to copy and paste the description in here, and we're going to build these out. And I think these will be a pretty quick build. But I want to make sure that we get Danny's piece in here because, you know, he made it. And it's from one of our sponsors. One of our guests. Be our guest? I'm just kidding. I won't sing that. All right, I'm gonna retype it because I can't copy and paste it here. So we will write it in their description. Where are we putting this? Is gonna be This will be spiral, death spiral vermin. So these are mad rats, is what he calls them, mad rats. Okay. And then we're gonna replace this with mad rats swarm at any strange sight, sound, or smell. Black drool drips from their jaws as they rustle menacingly in the damp darkness. So that's what we know from them. Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna put a minion card on this so they summon them. Let me just hit enter. Let's see what this looks like. We want to make sure it looks good. I'm gonna zoom us in on here. I think this should be the first thing they deal with. Some mad rats, that's right. This is right. I kind of want this in italics, I think. I think so. Let's see how we did it for other ones. Let's grab another NPC that we've made before. Let's add one in. Let's go to, let me see so you guys can see this. Let's grab something we've made before. Here, there's your acid trap. Let's grab one of the bossy bosses. What's a good bossy boss that we made? It has like all the written glamour. Maybe the crabs. They're minions, but they think they had... I think the crabs had a little flavor. Show. We're not going to use them. I'm just using them as a reference point for the show so that we can view their setup. I didn't even do it for them. Damn. I'm trying to remember who we did it for. So I know I had this done in a different style. Maybe it was 4. Maybe it's 3. I think it's 3, actually. I think is what I did. All right, now let's try what the view looks like. I want some quick keys. Was it like that? Do any of you remember what we had it looking like? I thought it was in italics. Let's try one more. We're just doing markdown. If people are wondering what this is, if you're not used to it, this is just like an advanced markdown. That just spaces it more, but that reads well. I like that. What do you guys think? Yellow? Looks good on screen. Matches the motif of Mork Borg. To me. So new minion. So now let's get into what we need. Someone said multiple. I agree with you. I think we do a summon. I think we do a call minions. I'm going to use call minions from serving hands. Because we have a serving hands like Kyler. Let's get some other names on the board here. I try to rotate it. Okay. Can someone roll me a D4 in chat? This is how many will be summoned. Use Obsidian? Yeah, I used to. I was enjoying it a lot at first. And then I've been using Mem a lot more. So 1d4 for an ability. We're going to add an extra feature here. We're going to move location down 1. I do wish these were draggable. That's something I was talking to Chris about the other day. So I like to keep them organized in the same order like you would for a stat block. You know what I mean? Okay, so call minions. A 1. We get 1 more of them. Okay. They can call 1d4 extra minions. And I think first one for the first. I'm just going to put that. I'm just going to put it here. And we're going to put 1 extra. So that means we're going to bump them up. I think we're going to make them a little tougher than what they are normally. Mem's a different style. It's a folderless platform for... I use it because it allows AI to read my notes and then help me build stuff. It's pretty cool. So we did minions. So now let's talk DR. Let's get some DR on these. Let's make them more durable. Do we have any DR cards left? Ooh, we're out of DR cards. Okay, do we have any defense cards? We do have defense cards. Okay, let's do that. Do we have any here? We use Star Drew's. Star Drew's card. We're going to do a minus defense, which makes the defense of the creature less. So basically, I bite through it. -1. They all have a staple HP to start, and we build up from there. Let me see how many HP cards we have. They can only go up to an equal amount of what they start with, technically speaking. So this is important. Their bite has -1 defense, right? They have no armor because they're rats. Right now, the morale is 4. Trackers, they start with 4 hit points. They can go up to 8. That's the max they can go to. So let's check out HP. 1 HP. Currently, we only have 2 HP cards. It is the #1 thing that is missing from our decks right now is HP cards. I'm only showing pendings. And we have 2 left. So do we want to boost the rats' HP? Do we want to waste those 2? What's up, Serving Hands? We're talking about HP for Death Spiral rats that do poison. So Star Drew is super happy. And Star Drew lovingly put up some packs to be claimed as well. They bought a bunch of packs for the community. And I'll remind everybody too, if you're a Streamloot subscriber, every month that you are a Streamloot subscriber, we put those into an entry. Watching Paint Dry, if you're subscribed that month, you get a free entry. For Corpse Talk, the run of time from when we started to when it finishes, however many months in there you're subscribed, consecutive months, get you entries. Just so you know how Streamloot subs work. And you also get free packs at the beginning of each month. Right now, it's Corpse Talk ones, which is pretty cool. Death Spiral rats, mad rats. They bite you, and you can only fight with your hands for so long. Happy Time Zone. Those are hilarious. Let me grab... So, like, right now, Serving Hands is in there. KJ Dawson, Trickster, Enricide, Bear the Crusader, and Kyle all are subscribers. Some are for 4 months, some are for 9 months. I think the longest right now is Trickster and Serving Hands at 23 months subscribed, which is super cool. It also tells me how much love has been given from those people. Love is like breaking down cards, playing cards, buying cards, all that kind of stuff, which is super cool. I'm going to be doing something special for that as well in the future here. The gifted packs right now are for Corpse Talk. It gives you 2 packs, just so you know. And it is on Corpse Talk right now. For the pieces. Why? Where's the save button? There we go. I think I played some. Yeah, there's some in there. Yep. That's why I was waiting for letting people get their cards in here. We'll go right back into it. I'm going to switch our music up, actually, I think. I'll let this play through. So we have 3 hit points. We have 2 Kyles and a Star Drew right now. I think we're going to give him 3. 1, 2, 3. Maximum value, right? And that'll give him extra hit points. Or is this Omens? That's Omens. I did the wrong thing. That's 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so he's got 7 hit points. We're going to go back over here. We're going to add those people in. I hate this. I want it to always stay expanded. It's so hard. It's like this little tiny corner you can grab. So with those 3 new hit points, we have Stardrew, Kyler, I have Kyle 47, Kyler, Rhubarb. Is that the same person? Is that the same person? Does anyone know? Kyle? Why do you have 2 names, bro? Is that 2 different Kyles or 1? 3 HP. All right. Playing those, completing those cards. And now we're going to go back into abilities. We need to give this thing a new ability. I'm going to go to the first one that was played that we have. And this is going to be the Poison Bite. This is Kyle 49. I think it's the same Kyle too. Kyle 49. This is going to be new ability. This is the poison, everybody. New ability. Okay. So we're going to scroll down here. We know it can call minions. This is going to be, how did he describe this? This is a Mad Bite. Madness, Poison. I think that's what he calls it. Madness, Poison. Madness, Poisonous Bite. That is how he describes it. So in this, it is, the description is, each bite is poisonous and reduces the weak to fighting solely. This is gonna suck here. All weapons, spells, and tactics are lost in a red fog of hate. Now, we need to put some DRs to this. We can't just normally DR. So we're gonna do a toughness DR. It starts as a 10. That was Kyle's ability. I'm gonna complete that. We need to up this difficulty. So let's look through here. What can we do to up the difficulty? I think we're gonna use a power up. I think that's probably what we're gonna do. This power up will allow us to up the DR a step. Let's see how many of those we have. I'd like to make this difficult. I would love to see them have to fight. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna power it up twice. So we're gonna put this to a DR 10. And this is actually a presence DR save, not a toughness, presence. Because it's poison. Is it poison toughness? Let's look at something here. This is a good question for us to look at. It's a very good question. We need to know what it is. So hold on here. We need to know if we are able to do poison with which stat. I'm guessing stat-wise, because the game, violence, morale, getting it, powers. We need their stats. Well, it's only 96 pages. So let's just do this. Let me zoom this out a touch. Let's find the stats. I think it's the presence. I'm pretty sure. And the pipe be poison, that's right. They drip black slime out of their mouths already. We need to fight. Here we go. So 6 is easy, 8 is routine, but chance of failure. 10 is pretty simple, but not simple enough at all. 12 is a normal difficulty. But I put everything at 8, so we're boosting it because this is one man going through. That's why we're starting at a DR 8 for everything. Just so you understand why. Tests are made, difficulty rating. To succeed, it's a D20 roll, plus your ability. Let's see here. I'm going to move this over so it's a little easier to read, and I'm looking at the camera a little more. That's all they tell you about the stats, huh? Presence is aim, charm, wield powers, crush, lift, strike, resist poison. It is toughness. Unfortunately, it is toughness. So, all right, that takes us back in. So we're going to be doing poison. It is a toughness DR, but we're going to raise it by 2. That makes it a little more difficult. This goes to Kyle 49 and Serving Hands. You guys are banking on this monster murdering somebody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And this is going to be for power up, 2 power ups. That makes this DR at 10, which makes it normal. So there's a chance he'll fail. And then we save it. Okay. What else? Is there anything else that we should add to this? Do we think this vermin-esque poison rat, this death spiral vermin, is enough to cause the problems that are needed? He's a DR 8, which is low, but we don't have any DR cards. That's the one thing we really do need right now. We need some DR cards. Up DR. It's a thing that's missing from our ability. DR +1. So if anyone has DR +1s, I'd like to boost this guy by 2. You know what I'm saying? Because then we could get him to a point to where these Death Spiral rats, when hit, have a better chance of survival. Let me show you why I say that. If we go to the party and we pull up our creature, this is our Headless Knight, right? Our Decapitus. You'll see that the one thing he's good at, he's got toughness at +1 and this at +1. So when he rolls, he's got a good idea, a good chance of making the save. Not 100%, but he's got a good chance. He got +1 to the roll. And they're rolling a d20 in this game. For those who don't know, it is a d20 roll. I'm gonna get some test. I mean, we can test dice in here, I guess, actually. Hold on. So the way it would work is if, for example, we wanted to roll dice, right? If I play this guy, right? I can pull up dice. So here's our d20 roll. I got a 5, +1's a 6. I'd have failed that. It's pretty piss poor. It's pretty bad. No, it's a real low roll. That +1's not very good. This person's doing really bad. D20 roll plus ability with the result equal to greater than the DR of the creature you use the ability. They just roll a D20 against DR. For example, a bear with a DR 14 or resist red poison DR 12. So yeah, that's harsh. That's harsh. So an 8's not bad. He might get poisoned. He might get poisoned. With that, saw some cards. There's a DR1. Thank you, Serving Hands. Boom. Grab this little corner. We'll do another Serving Hands. And this would be a DR1. I think they're pretty good with this. DR +1, I should say. +1, right? +1. The last thing we got to do for them is they have no armor. We did up their hit points. DR +1 bumps them to a 9. Right, for their stuff, for their base things. Thank you for the purchase of the Serving Hands. And now we go to the trackers over here. We have everything, and we have his actions, and we're gonna go turn this on. Looks good. We need to give it its attack. It needs a strike. All right, we're just gonna add an unarmed to it, and we're gonna hit OK. And now when we go over here, it's automatically got it. It's a D2 damage is the damage fist. Remember, he's only got 9 hit points. Do we want to try to up the damage this attack? Do we want more damage? Do we have strike cards? Let's look at strike cards. We should have strikes. We have plenty of new strike cards. Let's scroll down here. Let's get only the pending ones. Let's go with strike cards. Add a new strike. I'm going to just use it to up the die by 1. They can only ever up 1 more than what they have. We can't, like, superpower them because they're minions. Let's see. Do we have someone in here who hasn't had it? We'll put an Anro in here. Let's get an Anro in here. So we're going to up this to a D4 instead of a D2. But this is a D4. And this is going to be a bite. Okay. And then we're going to hit OK. And now we'll have our action here for bite. It shows it's a D4. We know what it is. That's good for us. We're going to go back into the character sheet. Edit it. Looks good. Got everything up to date. That's good. Their morale's low. They will flee. They have no armor. And then we add this strike card for Androcide. We don't want to forget. And this is pretty good. And this is going to be pretty good. New strike damage up. None. All right. We have Death Spiral Rats now, everybody. We're up to date. We have Death Spiral Rats. They have a bite. They have a poison. I would like to use a new strike card again. And I think I would like to give them... I like that poison spit idea. Are those new powers? Serving Hands, are those new powers you're using? We're going to go with Star Drew. Kind of rotating through everybody. We're going to do a new strike. All right. And we're going to give them a poison spit. Add. Is there a spit attack? There's not. So we're just going to hit unarmed as our base. It's easy to do. And then we'll just edit it from here. So we'll go in here. We will edit this. And we'll do spit. Oh, I can't do that. I didn't realize that. We're going to delete that. Yes, we're going to permanently delete this bite. Let's go back over here. Unarmed. Bite. D4. I have to do this manually. Oh. I see how they do this. I have to make a new one. I see. It's my fault. This is going to be an attack. This is going to be a bite. And this is going to be 1d4 bite. D20. D4. 1d4. I didn't realize I had to add them. Oh, is that the one for now? That is super cool. I'm so glad they're adding powers back in. That was like my favorite thing, and they weren't doing it for a while. Now we gotta do the spit attack. Attack. Spit. Attack. And this is gonna be poison. Poison, spit, tooth. I think he spits a tooth out. It does a D2. We're going to use 2 of Star Drew's. No, we'll use Star Drew's and we'll use Kyle's. I can go back and add Kyle in because it's going to do a D4 poison spit for range. And this is going to be range 1 room. So now if they're in a room hiding and they just entered, I can attack before he can get to me. And 0. All right. So hit OK. And then we're going to go add these last pieces to this. We added Star Drew's. I just got to add Kyle's. And we add Kyle. Kyle 49. All right. I think our rats are done. Looks good. I think we're good. This is our main rat. Right? Good monster here. So let's bring the next monster onto the board. Do we want to create a random one? Do we want to build one of these other ones up? What would the party like to do? Are we wanting to... Do the creeps want to make a new creature? Or do you want to make one that we already kind of have lined up? We have a lot of stuff that we can play through here. So I'm going to start burning through shit here really fast. What does a group feel like doing? gonna scroll through our cards. Let's see if we got any cool ones. We go down here. CT pending only. Let's see if we got some fun cards that we could do something with. Oh, serving hands. Do you want to give these rats resurrection? Do we want the rats to be able to resurrect themselves so they can keep causing this madness fury? I wouldn't be opposed. I think it'd be fun. What else do we have? Or give them a slaughter? How many slaughters do we have? Slaughter basically lets us crit our attack. Yeah, let's do that. Let's give them... let's give them 2-room move. Let's give them 2-room move because I want them to be able to chase. And then let's give them a resurrect. I like that. We go back to them. We're gonna do one more thing. I want them to build. Actually, I'm just gonna give them the move. I'm just gonna give them the move because if he dies, they reset anyway. They reset anyway. But if we give them 2-room move, they can chase him around the place. Right? I think that makes more sense. So let's do that. Look at all these names. This is ridiculous to me. So let's see what the last 2-room move was. To remove. The last 2-room move, the oldest 2-room move is from Androcide. So let's use that. 2-room move. Okay? So that means they can go anywhere within 2 rooms to hunt. We're not going to give them the resurrection because they'll come back on their own. Alright. This is a beefy fucking minion. I'm not going to lie. But they have low hit points. They're fun. They have low hit points. They have no loot. But they're going to have 2-room move. They can move 2 rooms from spawn. 2 rooms to chase. Okay? They have no loot. Done. So here's what we're looking at for this. Let's recap them while people discuss what we want to make next. It goes to oldest to newest, right? For cards. So that's like hit points and stuff always let people get in. Okay. And then it goes from amount of names or entries you have on a creature. I span those out. So Serving Hands and Kyle have a ton on here. Then it goes Star Drew and then Androcide. So I pull up the 2 rooms. I see that Kyle, Serving Hands, Androcide, and Serving Hands have cards. And I pick one that is not got as many plays on that monster. The order is as we build, we are just pulling. But things like strike, defense, DR, hit points, morale, all get used a ton. Yeah, I mean, there's so many of them. There's no reason not to. I'm not going to boost their morale. I mean, while they are frenzy, there's no reason to boost their morale. So let's look at what we have here. Let's do a quick recap. Death Spiral Vermin, Mad Rats swarm at any strange sight, sound, or smell, so anyone who comes in. They have black drool that drips from their teeth, jaws as they rustle menacingly into the damp darkness. We have our new minion cards, everything is played, the list of people who were involved. You can see like Kyle, Serving Hands, Star Drew. See how I've kind of rotated through them? Right? And then hit points of 7 because we open up 4 morale. That means if one dies, they have to make a roll and they have to roll under that number. And if they fail, they flee. And then they come back. Like if he leaves the room, comes back, they come back. They have a madness poisonous area. We do need to add what layer they're in and what room number, essentially, and what room location they're in, just so we know. D4 bite, D4 poison spit. It can go anywhere in a room. And they have unarmed of a D2, just in case like they lose their teeth. So the only thing that's missing from them is a recap, is we need to put that they are in, what is the name of this location from Danny? This place is called the Mad Rat Lair. Mad Rat Lair. I'm gonna say the Mad Fog Lair because of what we're doing, for the theme of what we're doing. And they are in room number 11. And now we have everything. So, with that, I'm gonna dig back into the CT library of cards. I wanna scroll down to help us decide what we're doing here. And I wanna go with an encounter. I wanna go with like a creature, because I wanna use magic weapon. I wanna use 2-room move. I want to use a resurrection. So let's see if we have, and I'm going to use a call minion for this new idea that I have. And you guys can guide the way. Do we have a creature? New creature card. Do we not have any new creatures? There it is. The last new creature played. Let me type it in here. Last new creature played is from Serving Hands. So you're starting a new creature off. So let me go like this. I want to grab this guy. He's the next in line. Let's pull him up and view him. Okay. A creature card. The Wrecker. I really like these. I think they're going to be fun for me. They are 1-up base, right? So they get a D2 armor automatically. Base creature for CT. So creature, DR, and since they are not a minion, they're a creature, they automatically go to a 9. So instead of starting at 8, they go up 1. Okay, this is the Ribcage Wrecker is what they're called. Their morale goes from 4. Oh, is this a minion card? Oh, never mind. This is a minion card. That's not who I want. Get out of here with that. Get out. Get out. We'll do him later. This is what I want. The Fog brand. I do have something. Hold on. I gotta do this. Let me show you what else I have. Hold on. I have new creature who dis. I have something. So when I was building this stuff yesterday, I spent like 5 hours going through art and getting things together and figuring out what I wanted to do for the show tonight. And I created a bunch of really wild looking monsters. And one of them is a Ribclaw Mother. So I want to build her. I've been wanting to. I'm envisioning this Ribclaw Mother that opens it up and she has baby heads that she throws as explosive fog to summon rats, and the fog like burns. Think like acid fog maybe, Stardrew, but think of like some form of marasma cloud that they're in that allows us to throw down a terrain encounter kind of feel. Right, and it has a chance for the fog boss to come in. Exactly, that's the game plan, right? That's the game plan. So this is just the Ribcage Mother, or Ribclaw Mother. This is the one I want to build. I want her done. I think she's awesome. Morale is 6 because she's a creature. So creature, DR 9, or no, sorry, 10. 10. It's up by 2. Yeah. They don't have any armor to start because it's a creature, but we can up them. I'm gonna scroll this down. right? We're gonna start with serving hands. This is for the creature. Okay. So this is gonna be this will be the new creature card. We're gonna hit OK. I want to go to morale. I don't want her to flee. I want to use morale cards because there's so many. We have a good amount of morale cards. And we can go up to double her morale. Her morale is a 6. I would like to take her to a 10. So we're gonna do 2 from Kyler, and then 1 from Star Drew. Actually, all of our morales are Kyler and 1 Star Drew. So we're gonna use 4. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want her not to run as easy. Know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna go Star Drew, Kyler, Rubarts, 1, and then Kyle, 49 twice. Okay, that gives us that. I'm gonna go here and we're gonna put a morale 4 morale. When this happens, you roll and you have to roll under your number. So a 10 is a lot easier to roll under for her to flee than others. I like that. I think it's a pretty fair. I could take her all the way up to 12. Is it a D20 or 2D6? This is a very, very important question. Hold on. Here's what she looks like. I wanted to put it in here so you could see her. I will unlock. This is the Ribclaw mother. What do you think? I think she's kind of dope looking. She's creepy. Yeah, you're saying, yeah, 12 is good. Do it. I want to check the rules really quick. I think that we should before we make that decision. Let's look at the rules and make sure we're not screwing the game over. You know what I mean? So I believe morale is like right on the next page or so. We need to see rest, reaction, morale. So here's morale. Most enemies will not fight to the last drop of blood. Roll for morale if the leader is killed. Half the group is eliminated, or a single enemy only has a third of its HP left. If you roll greater than the creature's morale with 2, it is 2d6. So a 10 is fair. It's 2d6 for morale. 10 is fair. Because that means that there's still a 1, still a, what is it, 5%? Not even. 4% chance that she can make it. 2% chance she flees. So I think we'll leave it that way. I don't want to change it too much. So let's just keep it. I think it's fair. What does it say? Face only a Ribclaw mother could like? Yes, exactly. Exactly. So with that, 10 is good. We're going to go with that. I'm going to complete those cards. Now, here's where it's going to get spicy. I really, really want to give her a couple of abilities. I want to give her a new ability, and I want to give her a strike. So let's get our strike card in here. And we're going to up it. Okay. So new strike. She is a creature, so we can bump it twice. So we're going to use Kyle, Anroside, and Serving Hands. We're going to do 3 strike cards to up her. So we're going to go Kyle, 49, Anroside, Serving Hands. Okay. That's 3 strikes. Let me fucking drag this stupid thing. I wish this would lock. I wish you could determine it and it would stay there. So 3 strike. And then I want her to have the baby skull throw. No, baby skull throw first. Baby skull throw first. But that's the strike. We're going to go over to the actions. Add an action. It's going to be a new action. And it's going to be baby skull throw. Baby skull. This is going to be an attack. Throws. If I could spell today. throws this a baby skull. One room. Explodes into poisonous fog. Dealing. Not like EP title. Dealing. We did 3. So 1 to make it. That goes from D2 to D4 to D6. Dealing 1d6 damage. Right? You know what? Yeah, no, D6 damage is good. D6 damage is good. Actually, yeah, because it's going to poison the area. We're going to be doing something off of this, so I think we do that. I think we have to. So 1d6. Whoops. 1d6. And they're going to add 2 to their roll because they are goes for basically creature gets a +2 just to get bonuses, right? And it is a ranged attack, and it can be used range of, I'm gonna say 60 foot, just so we know. There is no ammo amount. And then we're gonna hit okay. That's our first strike. And then, oh, we gotta put it on the table. I didn't put it on the table, guys. Boom. Look at this. Look at that face. All right. 3 skull attack. So she can throw. I'm going to complete those cards. I want to give her, we're going to go back into here. I think we give her a magic weapon. So I'm going to scroll down all the way to the beginning and see what the first one is for a name that we haven't used. So we're going to do new magic weapon. Is that what it is? Or just magic weapon. CT magic weapon. It's a purple card. Let's get a name we have on here if we have one. Who's on here? Serving Hands, Kyle, Androcide. The only people we have is Androcide, Kyle, and Serving Hands. So I'm gonna go with a Androcide to round it out for a magic weapon card. Magic weapon allows us to give her a magic weapon, right? Creature gains a magic weapon, roll a d6 and a d12. We're not going to use that table. I have something we're going to use for this. I don't know. Fuck it. No, we'll use a d10 or d12. I'm going to keep the baby skull that she throws, but I want to know what kind of damage and what it's going to do when we throw it. So give me a d6 and a d12 in chat. And I'm going to add Androcide to this for magic weapon. While we're doing this. So we're going to go magic weapon. D6 and a D12 in chat, please. A 1 for a D12, okay. And an action. Create. I'm going to do Poison Skull. It's attack. It is ranged. It is 60. A 1 and a 2. Okay, hold on here. You pull it up. Let me see here. Pulling up my tables. All right. Okay. So the one on a D6, it is a spiked baby skull. So poison spiked baby skull. They're random charts. They don't matter. They're not damage. You know what I mean? There's random charge. Poison spiked baby skull. When thrown, it latches onto the target. And then that is a ADR. I think that's what it's under. Let me make sure here, everybody. And look at the stats really quick. Yep. ADR. So that's agility DR. Agility DR. And everything starts as a... it goes 6. So it goes 8. And then it goes to 10. DR 10. The 2 on it is... And it says... When you attack with this weapon... when you attack with this weapon, it draws blood from your body and feeds it back to the wielder. So it's kind of like a vampiric one. I think it poisons you and draws blood back to the wielder. So instead of ADR, we do, well, ADR to dodge. No, we'll do TDR. TDR 10. Or be poisoned and continuously heal the wielder 2 HP per turn. How Diablo of us. Instantly heal the wielder 2 DH per turn. Can be removed with a SDR 10. They can pull it off of them. Otherwise, it just stays on. Now, it does 1d6 normally, everybody. Because it's a magic weapon. I would like to use some more strike cards to up the damage 1. I'm assuming you guys would be fine with that, right? Oh, weapon card, I should say. Weapon. So let me see who we have for weapon cards. Hey, look at this. Hold on. We have a Amulet one. Let's use the Amulet weapon card. Allow us to up our weapon damage. So instead of being a D6, it does 1d8. Plus 2. And she has a standard. That doesn't matter. They don't really attack you. And it is a... Doesn't matter. 60 foot. So we're going to hit OK. I'm going to go back in here. Unlock it. I'm going to scroll down and add Amuleth to this. So Amuleth. AMELYTHLOMAX. And this is going to be a CT weapon to up the damage. So now you're on the board for this as well. So she can throw a skull. It explodes. It makes fog. So we have a special ability we have to design still. But she also has one skull. She throws a start and it bites onto you and just draws blood from you with poison and gives it to her and heals her every round. Keeping them up in combat. Now we need the special ability. This is going to be Blood Fog. Or Mad Fog. Mad Fog. That's what it is. So, Amuleth, welcome to the table. We need a new ability. Let's get into new abilities. We're going to use... Who's got a new ability? We're going to use Serving Hands for the new ability. Because I don't see any other new ones in here. So, Serving Hands. Okay. This is going to be new ability. Okay. I also want to do some HP for her. We'll do the new ability in a second. 1 HP we need. I'm going to get some other people. Serving Hands has played 1 new HP. I want to give her that too. We need more HP cards. We're really short on HP cards. Okay. And then I think I'm going to see if we can get her a DR card. So that was a new HP. And then we did new ability. And that was Serving Hands. Then I want to give them armor. We're going to do Amuleth for that one. So I want to give her armor. I don't want her to get hit and killed. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be armor. So let's go through these really quick before we go further. Right? So this gives her a D2 armor. Actually, I'm going to spend 2 of those. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use Kyle 49s. I want to give her a D4 armor. These cards are hilarious, man. I keep hearing them in like just like a little bit in the background. So we got 2 of those. So new armor, we're going to do 2. Her HP, we're going to up. So let's go to our trackers. Let's scroll down. She starts at 6. We gave her 1. She doesn't have a lot of hit points, but she does heal. You know what I mean? She does heal. So thank you for the 2 armor cards. Let's give her a DR +1 as well. Let's look through our DRs. We have 2 DR +1s. We have a serving hand and a Drew. We can use 2 on this creature. Let's go back to this. Scroll down. And then we're going to design our ability. So what do we want this fog to do? We know the fog is going to be able to summon... we know it's going to be able to summon the big monster we're going to build. But we also need to know how we want it to function. Let me add you 2 in. Serving hands again. And Star Drew. And that's for 2 DR1s. DR. 2 DR1. That means we go up to a 12 now as our base. 12 is our base. Is what we're looking at now. What do we want this special ability, this Mad Fog to do? We already have the special ability card. Do we want it to summon minions? Does she throw it and a fog comes out and it summons rats again too? We could give her a summon minions and it calls rat minions. With a chance to call... With a chance to call the big bad. You know what I mean? Well, no, we want him to stay in it because we're going to summon that big boss monster into it. Like, he will get summoned into it. So we kind of want to keep... We want to keep them here. As if we do a morale check and they run, there won't be any combat. Because fear is run. I think we use a trap card, the power card we already played, a trap card, a defense, and a call minions, right? When she throws it, it hits, it explodes, the fog comes out. Ooh. So normally the way we run Corpse Talk is that the guest always goes first unless it is a boss or a god. And then the boss or god, we roll off. Normal encounters, we don't roll. We just let them go first and we go. With her, we could do a slow time and she just goes first every round. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that at all. All right. All right, let's go back to the... I have an idea. Give me a sec here. Give me a sec. All right, let's go back. Okay. Yeah, right. So, we'll design it, and then we'll get the cards for it. Once per reset. We don't want it to happen all the time. Once per reset. We can throw a baby skull that explodes into fog and terrain. DR, this would be probably presence DR. wield powers, crush, lift, strike, battle, resist poison, heat, cold, throbbing, fall. Charm, presence. It'd be a presence DR, which is good because they're bad at it. So we will go with a presence DR. So PDR, and it will start at a 10. Because that's just the base for her powers. Let me make a space here to make it easier. This fog has a 1 in 6 chance to summon the Fogstone boss. All right. Fog reduces defense rolls by 2, and rats are in the fog. So once per rest, they can throw a baby skull. It hits, it explodes into a fog trap. I should put into a fog trap. Trap and terrain. PDR 10. So we're gonna decide if we can up the ability for this. And then it has a 1 in 6 chance to summon the boss. I think that's almost that's gonna be the ability of the god or the boss that we make. So let's go through and get everything that we need. So we did our new ability already. We scroll up here. We already have the new ability here, right? So we're gonna need, let's see power-ups that we have. How many power-ups? I'm gonna use Kyler and Serving Hands power-ups to bump this to a PDR 12 to make this harder to resist. So now we have, because they're the only 2 people who have these cards. Serving Hands, Kyler, Robarts, 1. You guys are cranking cards out tonight. Okay, so Kyler, Robarts, 1. And then we're gonna put power up. Oh, wait. 2 power up. Okay. On top of those, so we've done the power up. Boom, done. We also need defense -2. We're gonna go back to the beginning. A Kyle 49 and a Star Drew. $49 and a Star Drew. And this is going to be for 2 defense -1. And that's in the fog. Okay. Complete those cards. Then we need call minions. We have a call minions from Kyle and 49 way back in the day. So let's use that one up. So I don't have to scroll as far. 49. And then the other ones are Kyle and Serving Hands. So we're making this as even as we can. Always the oldest first, unless there's somebody new on the list. What else do we want? We have, let me look at our power. We did the first part. Oh, we need the trap and we need the terrain. So we need trap. So basic trap, we'll take the Anro side. Anro side, and we have, this is trap. Okay. I'm gonna click complete. I'm also gonna change our music. I don't like this music for this show. This is too lovey-dovey. We want White Bat. I want their killer soundtrack. Playlist. Let's go with playlist. No? Videos? Yeah, we'll do videos. We'll do 80s horror synth playlist. Right? Was I missed the first half of the stream? Oh my god, we're in danger. So that's our basic trap. Now we need the terrain. We need a twisted terrain. What's the twisted terrain we want to use? Who do we have? We'll use a Star Drew twisted terrain. Star Drew back on the board again. Twisted terrain. Twisted.
Yes.
Yes. Twisted terrain. Okay. That's Star Drew. Thanks, Star Drew. And don't forget, there's packs to claim. If you're watching the show right now and you haven't claimed it, there may be some packs left on Streamloots to claim your cards. So check that. We've got about an hour left. You're good, Serving Hands. So let me go back down the power. We upped it by 2. We got a trap in our terrain. Summoning is on the god side. We did a defense by 2, and we did the creature summon. Look at the amount of names on this chick. Look at the names. Look at the list. So let's give her a description. Oh. Hold on. Let's go to Chrome. Now remember, everybody, we have this lovely creature creator, right? I'm just going to click it a few times and see if we get a good description. I like this. That's a good description. This is number 1 right now. Visibly necrotic with filthy claws like swords. It's just like your vision. More than anything, it wants to release from eternal suffering. Yes. And we'll just replace this to ribs like swords. Done. Done. Now we have our description for the creature, right? So we get to add this in to make it look good. And I can read this off to the guests as we're playing. So we're going to go like this, and we'll replace it. And we're going to see how this looks visually. Boom. Boom. Get some lurk work done. All right. Enjoy. I'm glad you enjoy it. When you have your new map ready, let me know. We will add it too. If you have any other maps you want to add, Amulet, because every map I've added for you, I'm just adding you into the drawings for helping support the show. You're helping make it possible. Let's see here. So, filthy bone. Filthy ribs like swords. This is like your vision more than anything. It wants to be released from eternal suffering. All right, let's see what this looks like. I want to see like what the actual creature looks like. Get rid of Chrome. Ooh. Okay. Look at these names. Jesus Christ. I want to see. I kind of want this in italics. I just want to do the markdown and see what the italics look for this. I may go through and do all the creatures this way. Yeah, italics is better. That's pretty dope. Look at all these names. Now they start with 8 hit points. I saw some more HP got played. Do we want to use it or do you want to save it for the boss since she heals? I see Serving Hands played a few more. Would you rather save them for the boss? I think we save them. Because there's 4 in the deck right now we can use. Oh my gold rib gate. Should we make her ribs gold? Oh! Star Drew, you give me an amazing idea. Look. Hear me out. This requires bats. I believe that if we were to make the ribcage gold, and it when she died opened and allowed them to go directly to the boss fight, we could use another Twisted Terrain card for it. So they have to make a roll to enter the gate, but they can go directly to the boss. What do you... I think that is a fantastic idea. I think we do it. I think we do it. I think we have to do it. All right, I'm going back in. She ain't done yet. A ribcage portal, yep. I'm seeing if there's one from Star Drew, because it was their idea. Do we have a ribcage portal? We don't. Do we have a new power? I'd even take a new power from... Star Drew's like, done. Twisted terrain. There you go. Great call. Adding now. Great call. I'm gonna do ×2. So now we gotta go down here. We're gonna add a few. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. We're kind of cleaning it up a little bit so that we can still... She should drop loot. She's an encounter. We're gonna do a random loot drop card for her. And this is gonna be golden cage portal. Golden cage. When dead, when defeated, a rib cage grows into a portal of bone and gold. Presence DR 10. Check. To walk through directly to the fog stone boss. There we go. Or collect and use as a portal back to where they were killed. So they can also collect it and take them with them. Actually, no, I won't even put that. I will cut this here. And I'm going to do ribcage key as a loot piece, right? Ribcage key. Portal back to your soul stone. Soul heart stone. Or to... what do we want to make? Do we want to make the items so they leave an item somewhere and then go back to it? A dead body. A rib cage features body. Done. And this is going to be rib cage key. This will be fun for them to be able to use. Great call. Card completed. I think she's done. That takes us to the next person I want to build. We got an hour left. I think we can do 2 in an hour, don't you guys? We can do this in the God still. I really want the Fog brand completed. I really do. Is this art dope looking though? It's like decrepit, falling apart armor. I'm excited for this. All right. This is a base creature again. What's up, Kelly? Kelly, there may be a few cards left. We're deep into creating stuff. I'll give a quick recap since we've had some joiners. I just noticed 3 other people came in. So let's quickly go through. We're getting ready to build our Fog brand. The concept for this dungeon, which is the Mad Fog layer, is Danny gave us one of his maps from Delvin Wood. We've made one of the vermin rats. These vermin rats are poisonous. They have the ability to bite you and create a poison in your body that forces you to fight with your hands. Here's the art for them. You can see the mad rats and what they look like. All the names that have been entered for these, hit points, everything, so they can bite you. They can also spit a poison tooth. It's pretty dope. On top of that, we built the ribcage mother. This is what we just completed. She's an absolute beast. She has the ability to throw baby skulls from inside of her ribs. She grabs them, throws them. She has one that has spikes that bites onto you and sucks blood back to her to heal her. The other ones hit and do damage. And she can even throw one that explodes in a fog-twisted terrain. And in a 1 in 6 chance, it summons the boss here. It also puts those minion rats in the area that you have to deal with. Because, fuck it. Why not? And after that happens, she dies and her ribcage turns into this golden portal that people can climb through, or that the decapitist can climb through. And he can use it to go right to the boss if he makes a save, or he can collect a rib and go to any other rib claw creature and teleport back to their dead body, as long as they haven't died yet. Once you die, everything resets. It doesn't matter, right? So a little bit of a movement concept, everything else. I just realized we did not. I did italics here, but I should have done 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. I go like this. There we go. So that's that. And now we're getting ready to build our brand, our frog brand. So with the frog brand, he is a creature. So a new creature, CT new creature, pending only. Kyle has the only other one besides Serving Hand, so we'll start with Kyle for this one. So Kyle, 49. Complete it. While it's finishing the card over there, we're going to put new creature. Now, what I wanted to do, I was thinking about rolling on this table here and making it from this. What do you guys think? Should we do a random die roll here and see what we get and then build the fog into whatever this is? I think that would be fun. If so, I think we do it. I don't know if Kyle's here. If not, I'll just take a D. Let's do... How many clicks do I want to do? Let's just do a D20. We'll do up to 20 clicks. See what we get. Maybe we'll find something in between as we're clicking through. Someone give me a D20. If Kyle's here, roll. If not, anyone can roll. So how's everybody been while we're waiting for the die roll? I love doing these. I'm so excited to interview Chris. Super nice guy. They've been wonderful to work with. 10. Wonderful to work with. I'm really excited to kind of see what we accomplish together over the next couple of months. We've got a lot of stuff that we're kind of working on in the shadows. That's all I can say. So we have 10. 1. That's a great description. I'm going to copy this description. Actually, can I copy the whole thing? I'm going to copy this whole thing. Give me a second. Found something. I like it. Like it. Give me a second. All right, let me go back in here. I have a list of monsters I'm building for Morkborg. Corpse Talk. I want our Corpse Talk checklist. Swap it. I'm gonna copy this. This is too good not to use. You know what I'm saying? Too good not to use. Creature. There we go. Too good. I have to take it. So anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's nice. 7, 8. Do we go with this? You know the old wax candies that you would eat that have like the juice in them? What if he's like a wax candy creature and the fog's pouring out of the wax form? What do you guys think? I'm doing up to 10 clicks, but this is solid. And we'll just say metal, our armor, old and deranged with armor, like melted wax. Yeah, like a fruit gusher, but full of like blood fog. Oh my god. I think this is a must. This is destruction. Full of destruction. No, I think this is good though. I definitely like this. I think it's very good. I think it's very good. I'm looking to make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, I think we have to. Right? That's just too good not to use it. All right. Let's do this. We'll cut it. We'll make one area like a cathedral. We'll go into here. So let me get rid of this. Okay. Here's our description. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, space, italic, paste, italic. An old, 1, 2, old and deranged with armor, like melted wax. Melted wax. It's haunting more than anything, and it wants destruction. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, I forgot to add that. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot to add the go first to that woman. Let's go back. Let's go back. That was a very good idea from Serving Hands, and I forgot to add it. Let me make sure we didn't play the card for it before I go grab one. I don't think we did. So we have new creature, 4 morale, 3 strike, magic weapon, new ability, hit points, 2 armor, 2 DR. No, I did not. It has to be an ability. Let me grab a new ability card. Let me grab Serving Hands because it was her idea. We're going to complete it. I almost forgot. New ability. Thank you for the reminder, everybody. Thank you for the reminder. Mad Fog. And I'm going to just type here. Go first. If failed, creature goes first in initiative the entire while in the fog. I forgot to do that. Thank you very much. I always spell initiative wrong. Every fucking time. It's like the dumbest spelling to me for some reason. Goes first while in the fog. They don't use the word initiative anyway. Done. Added. I did almost forget. But hey, the card wouldn't have been wasted. So we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to view them. Let's start. Let's go top to bottom. Let's go with morale. I believe he starts at 6. I think they're pretty fearless. So we're going to do 6 cards. So that's serving hands, and the only people who have morale cards are Kyle 49 after that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this will make his morale a 12, a 2d12, which means he never flees, right? I'm just gonna copy and paste his name here a little bit because that's a lot of Kyle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scroll down. New creature. 6 morale. Okay. Completing those. Let's talk DR. DR +1. We only have 1 from serving hands. We do need to up his DR. I want him to be difficult. So we go up here. We go into this. Creature. DR. They start at 10. That makes them an 11. Thank you, serving hands. All right. And that takes us to... Scroll down. Armor. Let's look at armor. He's made of wax. But I feel like you cut through him and he doesn't really die. You know what I mean? So I feel like we should at least give him an armor save of some form. He kind of needs it. He's kind of struggling. Am I right? Serving hands is the only one with armor cards. We're going to give him 2. I do a lot of typing on this show. So he goes from to a D2 to a D4. Okay. I'll do this. It'll be custom. Wax body. Just so we know what it is. Oh yeah, there's a cooldown clock. That is true. It's to stop things from powering up too much. We'll get more though. It's fine. So we're finishing those 2 cards. All right. So what else do we need for him? Let's scroll down and take a look. So we've finished his morale. We've done his armor. We've added stuff in. We know he is in the Mad Fog layer. What's up, Danny? The man himself. The man who created the map. We're building around it right now. We did make your Death Spiral Vermin. They're the first encounter in here. Made them pretty powerful for being a minion, to be honest with you. Kelly's in here somewhere too, Danny. Let's see here. Fog brand. So we know we need his fog ability. We need the Mad Fog. So let's go look up. Let's do terrain. Ability, new ability. So new ability, pending card. Kyle, KJ has one, so we'll get KJ on the board here. Let's get KJ on the board. New ability. She's going to be doing the Mad Fog. She's a sponsor of Mad Fog. KJ Dawson 80. So new ability. We know this is what it is, right? So let's go copy hers and we'll just bring it over. So we cut down on the work, right? So let's just copy. It's not going to do all of this. We want from here. The creature goes first. And we need to summon the Fogstone boss. So we're going to copy this. Oh yeah, here's some more art for everybody to see. We're going to go back into him. Edit him. I hear cards play. Dude, that new animated effect is awesome. All right, here we go. PD 12, if failed, creature goes first while in the fog. This fog has a 1 in 6 chance to summon the fog stone boss. Okay, that's the ability of it. The PD is a 10 to start, because that's what they start at. That's Kelly's. We're going to see if we have any power-ups to make this harder. Do we have any power-up cards? We are out of power-up cards. Does anyone have a power-up card so we can get him to like a 12? Do we have 2 power-up cards laying around? That'd be dope if we did. Does anyone have 2 power-up cards that they would like to add into this? Because we are currently out. Currently out of power-up. Should have a 1-minute cooldown on it. One-minute cooldown on it. Okay. I'm tempted to turn all the cooldowns off, to be honest with you. I've really been thinking about it. I wanted it so it would stagger plays. I'll look at it after the show. I wanted it so it would stagger the cards being played so it wasn't just a list of people. You know what I mean? So I saw the power up earlier. Oh, I see resurrection. I do like that idea. What if this thing, remember all it wants to do is die? What if it can't? It just keeps reforming. I like that idea. We're going to use Androside's resurrection. All it wants to do is die, but it can't. We used it for the other guy. I'll look again in a second in case it's just delayed. Androside, resurrection. Okay. The resurrection card is pretty dope. Let me double check it. Creature stands up after the next question. So let's scroll down here. We're going to add 2 more. I feel like I need more blanks down here. I'm tired of moving this. I might go change the core setup for these cards, or for these monsters, so that we don't have to do this every fucking time.
What's that supposed to mean?
What's that supposed to mean? Stand up on next question. This is, I think, the most brutal thing in our arsenal, when they get to just stand up. It's fucking dumb. You know what I mean? Like, he stands up, like, you kill him, you're like, all right, great kill. Next question, and whatever it is, it stands up right next to them again. Oh, God. So, you said there was a new power, or power up. Someone else played a power up. No, Serving Hands, 32 minutes ago you played one. We used that card. That went on the other person. So we're basically just waiting for power-ups. If we get a power-up and come back around and someone plays it, ping me in chat and I'll add it to them. But for now, unfortunately, that makes us at a PDR 10. But that's okay. He's not as powerful as the mother, the fog mother. This is a wax filling of this creature. And I'm envisioning wherever the boss is, he's in a wax foundry in this area, and he like scoops wax up and like blows fog into it to shape the armor, and then sends them out, and they're just tortured souls of people. You know what I mean? That'd be great. I love it. Oh, there's power up. So I'll put him at 11. Let's use the Serving Hands. Thank you. I will put power up here. Power up. Done. All right. So what else do we want to do to this guy? What else do we want to give this creepy wax knight? I want to give it heals, I think. I think it heals. I think it like melts back together. Kyle 49. Da heals. We're going to complete that card. Thank you, Kyle. And remember, Kyle's is 3 fragments to make it, but they get a D4 healing once per resurrection. Or once per combat. So look at this. I got to add it again. All right, so we're going to do heals. 1d4. 1d4 per reset. Once per reset. Okay, done. Awesome. What else? Yes, like Clay. Yes, exactly like Clayface. My favorite Batman villain of all time. And I like the one in Harley Quinn, but I fucking love the old Clayface from the Batman animated series. And honestly, even though Gotham Knights wasn't great, the Clayface in that was super cool as well. I don't like the one so much for Harley Quinn because he's kind of a joke character. I do like Alan Tudyk a lot, but I wanted like the Clayface I remember. Legitimately remember. All right, so we have a pretty good amount done on this guy. He's just a normal minion, and I really want to get us into the boss before we go too far. Let me scroll through the cards. I'll take any ideas from chat that we think would make sense for this wax-bodied knight where fog spills out. He still has a chance to summon somebody. We could add a basic trap to him. We could give him a weapon. We could, because we still have to make an attack of something for him. We could give him a new item. Do we want to give the creature an item? Like, does each one of them have a random item in them that they use? Like something from the past? Like when they were alive? Ooh. I like that. It gives us our guy a chance to take it as well. Let's look at our new item cards. Amalith has a new item card, so let's do that. Amalith has a new item card. We're gonna roll a new item. All right, so let's go to where do I want to put this at? Actions, trackers, stats. Where's their gear at? Save him. There we go. Looks pretty good. We'll have to add a new spot for it. Loot here. And they also can use it. So, boy, do we have a good... Let's take this off the board. Let's pull up our acrobat. I'm curious if we have an acrobat. This is random items. I feel like I have another... Should we do an item with a feat? So I also have this, which is black powder. Wax with black powder in it. We also have the merchant. We also have unheroic feats that we could use. I'm clicking new item for Amalith. That's done. Let's do an item. Let's do an item. Give me a D100. We're going to pull one of these for the item in them. Just for the fuck of it. Actually, 3 people give it to me. Because then if I use them more than once, we can have items ready. 3 people roll me a D100. See what we get. Now I'll pull them and I'll put them in there. And then that'll give me a chance to just have a random item in there that I can pull. And this is ready to go. I think it's just D100. I don't think it's a 1. So we got a 64. I'll start grabbing these as they come up. A pair of scissors. I would love a wax creature attacking with a pair of scissors. Okay. And 48. Black and white face paint. That's not weird. Was this guy a wax crow? Okay. What else we got? One more. D100. Exclamation point D100. Need one more. I like the idea of having some random objects that they can see in it. Because if the fog's out and they're walking through, I think they're hard to see until they're on top of you. We need some fear. A mime? We need some fear for these creatures. That's the other thing we got to make. A 33. Thank you. An empty perfume bottle. All right, these are 3 random items that we're just going to give them that could be inside them as just like options. So it looks like it's a seamstress area with dyes for painting stuff. And a perfume bottle is probably to, maybe it's to stain things. So maybe it's an empty dye bottle. Like a seamstress. That works pretty good. All right, so we do need another power. I didn't think about this. I'm gonna move resurrection to here. 1d4/resurrection, so we have both here. And I'm also gonna put that they can stand up on next question. We're gonna delete this and we're gonna do a new ability. I want to give them some form of frightening presence. Because they're just, if there's fog out and they step out of the fog and they see you, like, it's just going to be a floating object in the air until you go to reach and they're fucking wax. They're like putting their hand on your face and shit and like melting wax on you. So I'm going to do a new ability. See whose new ability we can get here. Who do we have less of on the board? Because these are the same 2 names. And Danny, if you haven't noticed, on Streamloots, there's some free packs to pick up. If you want to play any, that's up to you, buddy. If you randomly roll your own shit, I promise I will reroll. Or Kelly, I know you're in the chat if you'd like to play some. We're gonna do the Kala Robarts 1. We're gonna add a new ability. And the feature is going to be really simple. If in fog, roll a... make a PDR 10 or be frightened until you leave the fog. Be blind. Oh, blinded.
Yes.
From melted wax covering your face. So whatever head he's carrying will lose its abilities. This is how we handle the Undead Knight being able to use the head for abilities. Cover your face. All vocal and vision is blocked, blinded. Are blocked. Action to remove. So there's like slapping wax on you. I really like this. Done. So we do need to give them an attack. Right now, we can just give them the add action and we'll give them unarmed. Do we also want to give them an attack? Should we give them something other than an unarmed D2? Do we want to give them magic weapons? I mean, there's creatures. Do we give them... I think we just give them a weapon. What type of weapon do we want to give them? I'm going to use Star Drews. Star Drews getting a weapon added. Should just be a random weapon. I mean, if there seems to, should they be big needles? Like big, like stitching needles? Well, you gotta figure, I'm assuming this is like a wax theater area somewhere inside of this dungeon. Do we give them like a, Like a big sewing needle. I kind of like the idea of a big sewing needle. I think it's a kind of a dope idea. Let's go to actions, add. We're going to create a new one. It's going to be an attack. Let's do leather needle. Large leather needle. Stab. It's easy to hide in wax too. Yeah. Yeah. So right now it'll be 1d 2 because that's a starting, right? But I'm gonna go to see how many weapons we have. Because the actual weapon, I'm gonna add 2 more. We're gonna use Kyle and Serving Hands, and we're gonna go from a D2 to a D4 to a D6. Remember, they are a creature, so they do 1d6 plus 2 to make it easy. It's not a ranged attack though. They don't need one, I don't think, because they come out of the fog. The 3 needle attack. Yeah, that's what we need. We need the 3 needle attack up in this bitch. That's what we're looking for. 3 needle attack. So, we have this. Let's go to save this. And I gotta go back in and add these 2 other pieces. And then I think our fog creatures are done. This super cool art. Oops, damn it, I hate when I do that. Show, view. I really like how these look. And this would be like all wax. I dig this. I think it's a great idea. So now I got to add these 2 and I think we're done. And we're going to finish off the show with our boss for this area that gets summoned, which I love. We use a lot of cards tonight, by the way. So Kyle, 49. And Serving Hands. Serving Hands. Yep, that's right. And then it's going to be times 3 we're doing for this because it was to make it and level it up. All right. He's done. All right, everybody. It's big show time. This is the big one. Talking about making our big boss encounter for this game. I love this creature. I did not make him large because I wanted him to fit in the dungeons. I made him a medium size. I think he is a great looking creature for this. Thing is, we got to figure out how we make this guy as menacing as possible. Make him something that people are worried about fighting. And also when the fog opens up, and like if you got wax beasts in there or rats are in one of them, because remember, every creature we build, there's not the big guy, not the big fog stone, makes the fog scarier or improves the fog in some way. And there's always a 1 in 6 chance that the fog stone shows up. I'm thinking some form of a merger between like animated stone with geared parts inside of it with like wax and fog pouring out of whatever this creature is. Why does it have fog is the question. I believe that if this thing is pumping fog, it's more of actually steam that it is using to steam the clothes that they're putting on the wax figures that they make, and to steam the wax to shape it. Because when you shape wax, you like heat it and you smooth it with rubber pads and stuff like that with oil on them, and you let them harden. So I'm thinking that's where this fog and steam kind of comes from. But I want him to be kind of scary. So we're going to have a lot of things to add. I would definitely say we're going to need as many HP cards as we can get for this. Because I kind of want to boost him up. I want him to be a little bigger than normal. I want him to have more hit points than normal. He's going to have heals. We're going to give him magical armor and a magical weapon. We have to. We're going to do the magical armor and magical weapon roll. And I think that when he shows up, Twisted Terrain shows up, and it's enough fog to fill the room. I think we use 2 Twisted Fog cards. And he just fights them inside of this fog and stone. I like the concept. Before we do this, though, I wanted to show the new people who showed up what the prize pool is. So I know some people have been asking me, oh, what are all the prizes that are going in? Let me show you what is currently on the docket, okay? So let me take us over to Toucan Vert really quick. So if we go back through, so these are what we're doing right now. These are the things that are going to be available for the drawings at the end of the season. Let me add my treasury cards in here because I want people to be able to see this. Where's the treasury at? Bum, 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 bum. I'm adding it to something here for verticals. And we're going to go through these, give everybody a second to finish what they're doing, and be able to look at the screen. So we've had 3 guests on so far. We had Rob Schwab, who's giving a bunch of PDFs. Danny from Delvingwood, who's in chat, is giving 4 25-piece sets of the Delvingwood out. And then I got to pick the stuff for Corpse Talk from Alchemy, our sponsor, which is really cool. And I tried to pick stuff that I thought made sense for our game. Like what we've been playing. You know what I think that makes sense. I think my words make sense. I wanted to pick things that make sense for what we're doing. Okay. So let me center this and then I'll go through them really quick. I just added them to my overlay. Oh, I already did it. What am I doing? That's so stupid. That's so dumb. I already did it. I already added them. So, Rob Schwab's. Let's get some better music for this. Ooh, I heard something pop up. More packs! You're the best. More packs for the hit points. Were those gifted packs too? Thank you. Let's put on our spirit box. We'll do this over it. So, here's the concept. Shadow of the Demon Lord, core book. Occult philosophy, a bunch of extra options for your game. I love Shadow of the Demon Lord, by the way. Hunger in the Void, more creatures that you can play as, monsters. Exquisite Agony is an adventure that you can play along with some creatures. Of course, the 4 25-piece sets from Delvingwood. This is one of the other ones that we're doing. And then for Alchemy, we're doing a 6-month subscription. Mork Borg, which also gets you the PDF for Alchemy Online. And then we have Symborum, which I really want to run. I think it looks like an amazing time. I have an idea for it. Of course, after that, their physical box set that's going to be going out. The physical box set's got like pins in it, cards, and some of the cards have scans for you to get access to new products that they have. It's a cool physical box. So that's going to be all the stuff from them. I'm excited about this. Chris here is who's going to be on the show. Wonderful guy. I'll be interviewing him tomorrow. So that means that this boss that we build right now needs to be banging. It needs to be the thing that kills him when he walks in the door. At least in my eyes. So if you guys are all ready, I think we dive in to building the big bad for this area. All right. Man, I think it's fucking ugly. Look at this ugly motherfucker. Let's start from the top. Base boss. DRs are 12s on bosses. Makes it very difficult. He's gonna get butchered. Gonna get butchered. With that D12. DR12, that's the difficulty. Morale's 12, automatically out of the gate for them. They're never scared. We don't have to worry about giving them morale. I will never, I guess I can roll 12. They start with an armor of D2. So let's start with armor. I think that makes the most sense. Let's deck this motherfucker out. So we know we want this armor to go up. We got Serving Hands and Star Drew. We can up him 3, but this is the max. We're going to go like this. Putting him up to a full piece. Armor. I think it's custom. I think this is stone, metal, and fog. A stone fog? Stone fog. We'll go with that. I think his fog causes you to turn to wax. That's my current idea for him. Know what I'm saying? So let's scroll down here. We need a boss card.
But no pain, no gain.
And we need, I'm going to put Star Drew in them in here. So Star Drew, we'll get a description for him after. And serving hands. This here, this is for our, we have to put new boss. I'll add that in. But we need this for our armor ×2, which is raise this up. Okay. I'm going to complete those. We're going to grab a boss. Androcide had the new boss card. We have 2 more left. So when we get new dungeons, we still have boss cards left, which is good. So Androcide, if you're here, if you're lurking in the shadows, and remember, I can't see if you're here unless you chat. It's just, sorry, I hope you're here, but I can't see who's here unless you type in chat because YouTube lets you kind of hide, which is good for lurkers, not good for communication. Not good for communication. All right, thank you, Androcide, for that. It's boss time. This music is too soothing for what we're about to do. So let me grab his heavy dark synth demigod royalty-free copyright safe music. Let's see what this is. Let's see where it is. All right, let's start with HP, everybody. 1 HP. Serving hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Starting HP on these creatures is 10. We can double it. We can go up to 20. We're giving it 5. Done. Go back. We drag this down. We're going to add your name 5 times for HP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 5 HP. Okay. Thank you, Serving Hands, with 5 HPs. Boom. Let's talk DR. We want him to be tougher and harder to deal with. This is 1 more Serving Hands and 1 more Star Drew. Boom. Oh, come on. I was typing. I don't know what causes that. Let me double check it. I'm afraid it did not copy those. It did not. 1 and then the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I had to add her again. And then Star Drew. These are the 2 DR plus ones. This ups our base DR for everything that we do. So we go up here, DR 12, now a 14. Now it's a boss. On a D12, this man needs a 14. Good luck. Good luck. Very difficult fight. Very difficult fight. Done. What else do we want to add? Do you guys want to do... Do we want to do the boss? Looks like my sister. Oh my god. Your sister looks like this motherfucker? Look, I am not one who believes you should tell people what they do, but plastic surgery is a fucking option. Oh, fuck. Woo. Okay. That was, wasn't expecting that. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't expecting that. Not far off. All right, so let's do, before we do strikes and we do anything else, let's get it its magic armor and its magic weapon. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to put magic armor. I'm going to put magic weapon. Okay. We're adding them afterwards just because they're important. I fucking hate this. Hold on. I'm just going to add 3. This is a boss. We're going to actually change this. We're going to do location. and we're gonna do a little room number. We'll decide where he is in a bit, and then we need to do loot. Actually, we'll leave loot. So we'll do no, we won't. We'll put loot down here. We're gonna do loot. He's asked to have loot. And then now we can have magic armor, magic weapon, weapon, and then we can have this can be another ability. We can add a new ability there. Okay, let's start with magic. Let's start with magic armor. Who's not on this so far? So I can get somebody if there's anyone. We have Stardrew, Anderside, a lot of serving hands. So Kyle is not on this yet. Let's grab Kyle's. Oh no, he has magic weapon. Well, we'll do magic weapon and magic armor. Magic weapon. The only magic armors we have are Kyle and Stardrew. So we're gonna do. I'm gonna give the armor to Stardrew, and we'll do the magic weapon with Kyle. Okay, so Stardrew, Kyle, 49, and this is gonna be magic weapon, and then magic armor. All right, we have them done, completed. I want sci-fi music. What are you doing? You're ruining my playlist, White Bat. I shouldn't say that. They're actually fucking cool as hell. All this is DMCA free music that this gentleman puts together for White Bat, and it is killer. 90s game OST style synth playlist. Horror synth theme. That's only 30 seconds though. Horror synth playlist. Let's do. I thought he had like a heavy metal one. Overdrive. Yeah. Oh, that's only one. I want his like hardcore, dark, heavy metal playlist that he has. Dude, he has so many songs on here. White Bat, boy, you've been working it. Punisher. Industrial Dark Sith. Okay. I will defeat. You want bats? You want to defend all your bats? Here's your bats. There's your bats. Right? So, we played those two. So we're going to get out the magic weapon PDF. If you all remember this thing. I'm going to pull it up. We're going to do his weapon, and we'll do his armor. Do we want to give him a gun? Do we want to give this guy a gun? Like, is he one of those rare creatures that has built tech? He makes wax. He's good at tinkering. Has a gun, or do we want to give him one of the magic weapons? Because guns ignore armor, which will fuck him up. What do we want to do here? I'm all about some black powder in my games, personally. We're gonna roll. There's a basilisk gun. It's two people to carry and fire, but he's big, so he won't have to do that. He's strong enough. I don't think he's gonna have a fire sword with wax. You know what I mean? We will roll. We can roll. I have this one, and then I also have. Hold on here. I also have. We have that crazy sword book. Give me a sec here. The 40-20 swords. We also have this, which is super fun. What do you think? Or we do this. Yeah, I see him like form a little him next to him and they like hold it together. So what do we want? Do we want one of the random swords or do we want to give him a firearm? Remember, our guy we're fighting is in in armor. So bypassing an armor would be great. It'll really mess him up. This will be a boss that like they may have to come back to with the right head. And then a guest will leave a note saying, we have what we need. You know what I mean? What do you guys think? Let me get in chat. Firearm or sword? Firearm or weapon? Gun or weapon? Gun or weapon in chat. Firearm or weapon? What do we want? Let me just get a shout out in chat for it. And there's a lot of cool stuff because remember we roll 4d20. We can replace this with anything. It doesn't have to be a sword. And these get like crazy abilities with a bunch of like what you find and what you do. These are fun. Somebody saying gun. All right, we're getting guns. I see 2 in chat. So if we do a gun, I think we randomly roll this. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Give me a D12. Give me a D12 in chat. And we'll make this magical. It is. It's a water gun. Give me a D12 in chat. And we'll pick one of these. First one with the D12. Star Drew, technically you should roll it. I think it was yours. Star Drew. I'll let Star Drew roll. Star Drew, I'll use yours. I'll use yours. A 1. A pistol. All right, we're going to make a pistol. How do I want to do that? Okay, we're going to do a pistol. No. Don't you worry, you. I have a plan. We're going to use a pistol. Can I get people to roll D20s in chat? Just single D20s. Use Katie's? No, that's not how this works. That's not how this works. D20 in chat. I promise it'll still be good. I have an idea. D20, please. 3 D20s individually. I know what you want, but I want you to roll. Please roll me D20s. It has to be random. We can't just pick and choose or it gets a little too powerful. We're using the 1. Just D20s. It's okay. It's just a pistol. Trust me. When have I let you down? Right? When have I let you down as a GM? When have I not brought maximum massacre? When have I not tried to slaughter my players? When have I not done all the things necessary to make their lives a living hell? And this show is about killing you. I got you. I got you. All right, we got a 13. So it's a weird, mean-looking weapon, all right? All right, we're going to combine these 2 things together. Okay. We go back to this, and I'm going to type it out, and I'll bring you guys back in afterwards. Done. And we'll weirdest, meanest, most gun-defying construct ever made. Okay. Okay. So now we go back to this, and you got a what? That was the first one was a 13. The next one is a 19. So this is you find that 19. This gun is an organism with veins and hair, and as you grip it to shoot, it latches onto you and becomes a new limb. While below half of your maximum HP, add +2 to its damage as a gun tries to fight for your mutual survival. All right, we're getting extra damage out of the gun. Getting extra damage out of the gun, right? And I'll put you find. Boom. God, I wish when you pasted without. I don't know how many people will do cut and pasting from stuff, but for some reason, when you cut and paste, it keeps format, even if you do the Control-Shift-V sometimes. It's really annoying. I really don't like it. What it was you find, and what was the one above this? You find, and what was the first one? Which? Okay, which. And then which. Okay. And then now we're going to go drag this down so it's easier to type in. We're going to do the last D20. Last D20 falls under butt. Okay, so butt. Let me type that in. And then we're going to up the damage. Butt is a 16. But your skin starts to flake after D8 and it will fall off completely after another D20 days. This is why he's a waxed skeleton with bone in him. This is perfect. Okay. Perfect. As you grip it to shoot, latches on you. So it's got hair growing through wax. Ugh. 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 All right. It's like a creepy. I'm envisioning like a head of a doll with the hair woven through its arm, and it's like taken over its hand, and it fires. Now we're gonna up damage for it. Is there anything else? Optional table. Can I get one more D20? How to? No, we don't need it. Never mind. So we've done that. Now we're gonna go back to black powder. Black powder is D6 one-handed in the 80s. We used one magic weapon card. Now I'm going to take weapon cards. We're going to up damage. We're going to take Kyle's and Stardrew's. Let me get rid of this. Bring back the map. Okay, so I've already typed a lot of this out, right? So now we're going to take Kyle again and Stardrew, because that's the only ones that we have real access to for next in orders. Without using other ones. We're going to use 2 weapon. Okay. And we're going to up the damage on this thing. And so it was a D6, D8. I think it goes D10 after that. D6, D8, D10. So it's now a D10 pistol. We're just upping the damage on it. Okay. 1 D10. Ignore armor. That part's huge. The fact that these things ignore armor are huge. Now, it's a presence DR14 to hit with. That's their problem if we get to it. That's not really ours, but I will put these in here. Reloading takes time, and it is loud. So loud. Okay. Loud ignores armor. Presence DR14 to hit. That for us isn't going to be a big deal. So I'm going to go here. We're going to bop this down. Presence DR14 to hit. For us, that becomes the defense for them, right? Loud. And 1d6 plus, what was it? Did I say 2 rounds? 1d6 plus 2 rounds to reload. Now, with that, this weapon has 5 shots, according to the book. So we have 5 shots for it. Super damaging. Now, I like it. It's good. But we need to... So there's going to be fog, so we need terrain. We need that twisted terrain again. We're going to use androcides. And I also think I'm going to up this. I'm going to use androcides. And I'm going to use... Do we have any other ones in here? I'll use both androcides. I want the fog, the twisted terrain fog, to fill the room. And rooms out. I want you to be dealing with this guy in fog. Mad fog. And I want it to do damage. So toughness, DR. What are they? A god. So it's 8, 10, 12. Is she 10? 12. 14. So yeah, 12 base. I want the fog to melt skin. I want it to like cling wax to you. Mad wax fog. Ugh. Can you imagine fog, like mist that clings to you and it leaves wax on you? Blech. Blech. Wax slowly covers your body. Boss gains +2 to INT for their initiative. Because you roll initiative because it's a boss. So it slows them down if you're in it and you fail that roll. I also think after playing those 2 to make it large, and this is going to be 2 rooms. Okay, it's big. It's a big area. We got to get through giving him some other stuff, but we need to do his armor. So let's see here. Twisted. So let's do his armor. How do we want to do armor here? We need some magical armor for him. Let's look at how many armor cards we have. We have 3 armor cards. Currently, we bumped him up, so they start at 0. Encounter this 1. Did we play an armor card? We did. So we did the armor cards. Now we need to make it magical. Magical armor. Can I get a D? Is it a D6 and a D12, I think? Yeah, I need a D6 and a D12. D6 is for, we know it's fog. We know it pours out of its stone and mechanically, like, it's almost like sewn together, like wax, hair, and stone. Oh my God. And it's got a skeleton inside. I'm going to make a note for that for myself when I write the description. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wax, hair, stone, and hot ember eyes. Those are the things I know I want. What do we get here? We got a D12. 7. Oh, you did. Sorry, I didn't scroll down. 7 and a 2. Okay, so what's a 2 on my armor table? Armor. A 2. Trapping armor. Okay. And then what was the other one? A 12. A 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. The armor can trap you. I don't know if it's manacle or the hairs. Maybe the hairs go out and bind you. But on on a 7, it makes a grapple check, or the armor lifts you from the ground. So allows them to move or lift the other people. So we'll use hair. Hair wax armor. Trapping armor. This would be an agility DR 12, because that's the base. And then lifting. Climb speed. Can climb. Or hold a target in the air. All right, DR. This would be SDR 12. Plus. So this would be minus. Does it say -2? You rolled a 7. -2 defense if lifted. That's huge. So now, when it comes into a room, it lays fog out. It fills 2 rooms. There's red ember eyes that come out. It can shoot you. Its armor can hit you and lift you if they're in the room, giving your defense down 2 on whatever you roll, while it's shooting you in the air with this oversized, doll-headed, wax hair wizard. Oh. That is awesome. That is awesome. Lifting armor. I'm going to put 1 room here. Now. And we have to remember, this thing can get summoned. Because remember, if somebody, one of those other monsters there's a 1 in 6 chance this fucking thing just shows up. This is bad. This is really bad for them. So let's go through some final notes here for them so we can get the show wrapped up for the evening. I'm gonna do a quick scroll through everything that we have. See if there's anything that makes sense. If we can get someone on the board who played a card that isn't on here yet. Do we have our twisted terrain and everything in here? We do. We do. That was the weapon. 2 weapon, 2 magic armor. Oh, and that was the twisted terrain is not on here. We need his twisted terrain. I thought we did that. We did. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 5. Yup. Magic weapon, yup. And then it was magic armor. Magic, so it went. I'm recounting this to make sure I didn't fuck it up. Boss, armor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 HP. Magic weapon, Star Drew. Magic armor, 2 weapons, and twist. Okay, yeah, we do it through the twisted terrain. Because we need the double terrain. I knew we were missing something. So let's get the twisted terrains on the board. And this is going to give that fog that we had before. Because we have the Mad Wax fog here, but I just didn't play them. Making sure twisted terrain is added. We're going to do 2 because we want it to be 2 rooms. This is Serving Hands and Kyle. This is Kyle 49. Okay. Done. And then, so we have the Mad Wax and the Slow. And then we need... Do we want to give this thing Resurrection? Oh, we should give it heals. We should give it heals. It's Wax. I'm going to give it a few heals. We only have 2 heals available. Kyle 49 and Serving Hands. Okay. 2 heals. I'm going to play those. Add those up here. Okay. I'm going to scroll down here. I'm going to add 1 more. I'm going to add 2 more. This is a big fucking boss, guys. A really big boss, everybody. Might be our... Man, I don't know. I don't know. That other boss took Danny out. Easy. So we're going to do... heals 2, 1d4 times 2. Okay, so those are in there. I add them in. Heals times 2. Done. Okay, let's look and see if there's anything else we should add. And then next time, I think when we get into the further into this dungeon, we're gonna do like our basic traps, our doors, because I don't think they're gonna get very far into this during this first episode. Because I don't see Chris as a runner. You know what I'm saying? And we have 2 room moves. I think we should be all right. What else do we have? Let me look for some names we don't have here. We're going to give him Resurrection. I think our boss has to have it. It makes sense to me. And Resurrection. So we have heals. Heals 1d4 times 2 per fight. And then once 1 resurrection per reset. The name of the game is to find your head. Could be lost in the fog. True. Maybe 100 of those folds of wax in the hair. True. And then that's KJ Dawson that got that on there. So we get KJ Dawson on the board for this one as well. Thank you, KJ. I think that it might have been a lovely Star Drew gifted pack. Thank you. Okay. Done. Completed. What else? Are we missing anything else? I'm looking at the map. I'm looking we have. I think we should give it a new item for loot. Let's give it a few loot items, shall we? We have Serving Hands. And we have, who's this? Nessie? Oh, hey, Nessie. I didn't know Nessie had cards. And Nessie of the Lake. Completed. Awesome. And these are going to be for new item. And we're going to put some items in the area. Okay. So let's go to our item table. Let's pull up our item table here, everyone. So we have this pulled up. We're going to go to, let me get a D100. And then I'm going to use the one for the Mork Borg book as well. So one D100, or just a D100, I should say. And then, is it in the back? It might be the back of the book. I'm looking. I'm looking. A 61. Okay, we'll grab that in a sec. And I can't remember if it's a D66. I'll just use the book. I have the book next to me. For some reason, the front of the book has this in it. Probably see that if I turn it. They don't have that for some reason in the PDF. A D66. I need a D66. So we got the D100. D100 was 61. I need a D66. 61. Charred metal necklace. Makes sense. Burning Ember Coal Eyes, the charred necklace. So we'll add that to the character as well. Under loot. Charred necklace. And then D66 is the next one. And that'll give us our second one. Thank you, Star Drew. You're awesome. A 1 and a 4, so a 14. A 14. Remains of something worthless crumbles in your hands. That makes me happy. They don't get shit. What should it be? Oh! What if we make it their head? What if it is a replica that it made out of wax of the knight's head, that when they grab it, it just melts? So that they think they found their head. Finally, you found it. As you grab it, you grab the head and you pick it up. The heat in the room as it slowly starts to melt in your hands. I am all for that. I am all for that. Wax replica of knight's head melts in your hands. All right. Is there anything else anyone can think of that this lovely boss needs? We went through so many cards tonight. So many cards. Is there anything you all can think of we should add to it? I think we should give him some slaughter cards. What do you think? I think that's the only other thing I want. We have 2 slaughter cards. Should we give the slaughter cards so you can have 2 max damages with that gun? Just boom, boom. What do you think? Slaughter? Maxi damage. I think the only 2 people have slaughter cards right now. I think it's just serving hands. Done. Slaughter. I think it deserves it. Slaughter times 2. And the last thing we need to do is its basic strike. And when we're done, we're done. So thank you, serving hands, for those. We gotta do its new strike. What do we want its basic strike to be? To wrap this thing up. What is its, like, go-to attack? We'll add an unarmed. Actually, we'll just make our own. Create. Like, what would it use? If it's a wax sculptor, it's made of stone and hair, what would its basic strike? Does anyone got any ideas? Just this normal strike, nothing crazy. Dollface gun. Attack. 1d10. Now remember, he's a boss. It's 1d10 plus 4. Doll face gun of hair and Creep and Creep. Deals 1d10 plus 2. Has 5 rounds. And reload is 1d6 plus 2 rounds. What do we think its basic attack would be? Should it be like a... Should it like dump over wax containers? Hammer fist? It's true. It's true. I don't disagree. I think a hammer fist of some form. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Hammer smash. So I have characters with the ball and chain that we're gonna be making here eventually. I do have some. They're another one of those ribcage creatures that are further into the dungeon, and they literally have a ball and chain. You are great minds. Great minds. There's gonna be ball and chains. What if it's we're gonna give it the regular hammer smash. So because it's D2, D4, D6, it starts as a D6. I'm gonna give it 2 strikes. We're gonna do Androcide and a Star Drew. And we're gonna go D4, D2, D4, D6, D8. And it's a +2. Just so we have it, right? D8 +2. Okay. 1d8 +2. Wax and Stone Hand Smash. Okay? We're gonna keep this. I like that. I think it's great. I'm gonna go back into her one more time. I want her to be able to tip over wax, big wax containers as a trap so we can use some trap cards. Right? So wax trap, wax flood. Ooh. I always think of like how Clayface would like move and like drown people. And this is gonna be just a attack. Ooh, our roll table? Is there a roll table? DR12, wax, blood. We're gonna get some trap cards in here. I have to add Star Drew and Androcide for new strike. Remind me to do that. Actually, I'm just gonna do this. Star Drew, Androcide. I'm just gonna copy it so I can go in and just paste it when we get back over there for the 2 strike cards. 1d12 wax flood. Done. And I'm gonna quickly go add your names because I don't want to forget. Okay, this is for your strikes. So this was 2. Okay. Done. All right, now we can do the action. So let's edit the wax flood. It's D12 wax flood. Fail and roll on table. I've been wanting to do this with us for a while. We're gonna grab traps. Basic trap. What's it called? Isn't it called basic? Am I wrong? Isn't it called basic trap? It's a basic trap. I must be spelling it wrong. There we go. So we're gonna do basic trap. We're gonna get, I wanna do 2, because I wanna be able to use it twice. Okay. I want 2 uses of it per reset. So we're gonna use Kyle, and we're gonna use Star Drew. I have those marked over here. So we get to have a random effect. Right? I dig this. And we get to roll on this table. So 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. So you cast Tech Thoughts, blah, blah, blah. So for ours, it should be stuck and can't move. DR. That's DR 12. Okay. The next one's going to be can't speak This would be ADR 12, right? Because they're dumping it on you. A bubble. Ooh. Wax shell. Armor or DR plus one round. Okay. So they get a bonus to their armor. And I think on a 4, it is summon wax. 1d4. 1d2. 1d2 fog brand summoned. Done. So now this is how this thing works. So let's test it. Hit OK. I'm going to add your names in here for giving me the 2 trap cards. Thank you, Star Drew and Kyle49. Kyle49. All right. Now, when we hit OK and we hit play, okay, we're going to view her. This is what we look at. This is what we got. There's a lot of names in this one, everybody. High hit points, high morale, tier 3 D6 armor. I'll put the layers and stuff in afterwards. We have all this fun stuff, right? But if we go in, she should have. Where's her attacks at? Go in here, go to actions, and it's a roll table. I'm gonna reload it. It wasn't let me use the table. Done. Let's go back. Get rid of this grid. View. Where's my tabs? Oh, you know what? Play. Are they down here? No. Oh, I wonder. Oh, they're here. There we go. So the attacks happen over here. That's cool. So now we click Lax Flood. And we use it. It should roll on the table. Is it not rolling it? Dice. Maybe it's one. I probably have to put 1D. I bet you I have to put 1D4 in here. I bet you that's what you have to do. Click OK again. Now let's try it. Yeah. That's fucking awesome. Stuck and can't move. SDR 12 to release yourself. So this thing's moving around like swatting fucking wax barrels over and shit. Well, everybody, the hella eventful night. Hella eventful. We got a lot. We didn't even finish. We have more stuff we can make. It means that, but remember, this is a bonus creation. So we're going to be back the first week of November to build out for the next guest that we have on. This was just bonus to get our entire world built up into what we want. So its layer is the Mad Fog Maze. It's blocked by my face cam. Oh, yeah, because I have it slid over. I can fix it. I'll do it again. Hold on. Give me a second. I'll fix it for you. Actually, I can do it really easily here. You said it blocked it when I rolled it? It won't on the other ones, but... now you can see it. About there. Now you can kind of see it. It rolls it over there. Make it a little bigger. There we go. Now you can see it. So it rolls it, puts it over there. Yeah. I fixed it. It shows up on my other cam, but it doesn't show up there. Yeah. So anyway, so that's the roll. So right now in here, we're going to place them really quick. We know we want the rats probably right in the start, right? Where do you think the boss's room should be? I'm thinking here, because this here is this. Basically, a door comes in and like this is the extra room for it. And you can go up into the next room. So I'm thinking the boss is actually in here. Right? I think she was probably in room 10. I think the fog brands are in room 12. And I actually think I would make more of them and I'll put another one back here. Because we'll have more. Well, he gets summoned. We don't have to, Star Drew. Every time there's fog, there's just a 1 in 6 chance this motherfucker shows up. He just shows up. And they're not going to make it through here. There's no way. None. And these doors are going to be locked. So I think I want a 1 locked door. We're gonna add one into here. This is the one thing I think we do need. I have one sitting here, right? I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna view it. No, that's a trap. That's the wrong one. I want the locked door. I don't want the trap yet. There's enough other shit going on. I don't want a trap right here. Yeah, they're just gonna show up. Yes. So we're just gonna do a normal trap door. We have our base information for it. Our locked door 1, DR10. I am going to make one of these. This is a card. This is going to be for one of them. This is going to be locked door. I'm going to delete that. What room was that? It was room 11. R11. Just so I know what room it's attached to. We're going to go down here. We're going to grab Kyle. We're going to bump down. So this is going to be locked door. Whoops. Locked door. Okay. And then our cards for it. We're going to do... I'm going to up this. So we're going to go Kyle 49. We're going to up the DC. I don't want this to be easy. We're going to do 3 cards. We're going to put it up to... I'm going to do 4 cards. I'm going to do 4 cards. And I'm going to knock this up to a 14. That's a good smattering of people. I'm going to go up here. We're going to make this a 14, right? So we have names that I'm going to put in now. So we have Star Drew. We have Androcide. I know someone's going to ask me, how does it work? Serving Hands and Kyle 49. How does a locked door work? What happens? Like, how do we get entries for it? So if they go to open a locked door and they can't, and it defeats them, you automatically get an entry. And I'm going to have a category for locked doors for the locked door that has been the hardest to open. And we're going to roll off out of all the names for locked doors that have denied access for one of the prize packs. But locked doors have got to be there. They have to stop him because I don't want him to run through. Like, I want him to run and try to get away, and these 2-room things chase him. He's fucked. You know what I mean? And then I'm going to use those. And then I'm going to use an armor card. We're going to use a Star Drew armor card to up, in case I try to break it, to have damage resistance. Okay. And that'll give it a D2 so it can soak some armor. And that's just a basic locked door for us. Right? And if this thing doesn't get open and they get stuck at it, you get entries. Very simple. Very simple concept. So now they're stuck in this area for this opening scene. So everybody, we have done a shit ton tonight. We have made badass, creepy mice of death spiral vermin that cause mad fog, that cause a chance to summon our boss there's an extra rat that shows up, and then when they attack you, if you fail the save, your madness kicks in. You have to fight with your hands. That means that the Headless Knight can't use the head. So that means he's back to doing really shitty physical damage. They're very easy to beat, and they also run away if one of them's killed. I have to roll on 2d6, a 4 or lower, but they're dangerous. And if he dies, resummoned. So that's our rats. That's our rats. Thank you, Danny Delvingwood, for bringing those in. If those weren't bad enough, we have our new fog brand. These wax creatures with things inside them, fighting with these long leather sewing needles. There's fog that pours out of them when you cut them, made from the fog stone, the creature, this wax crafter in the area. These creatures also summon more. They also make the fog. And if they fail it while they're in the fog, they are frightened and they lose some of their ability to defend themselves. Awesome creatures yet again. Like these, I love the art for these. Just the wax melting armor with fog pouring out of them like a gusher snack seems like a fantastic idea to me. I'm super excited for that. So after those, the next thing we built out is our lovely ribcage mother. This rib claw mother is very dangerous in this game. She has the ability to do some kind of wild stuff. Not only does she look frightening, she can throw baby skulls. One has a spike that bites on and poisons you and gives her health. She can throw another one that makes a fog cloud that summons creatures. And then again, 1 in 6 chance the boss just shows up. Every step you take, you're fighting this boss until you kill it. Lots of names on this one. I think she's going to be MVP tomorrow. That's my guess. I think she'll be MVP. Calling it now. And then last, of course, all the way up over here, in his wax fortitude fortress of stone and hair, with a gun that is melded with them, that is frightening and creepy looking, with a doll head and hair like sinew through the wax. This creature is a crafter that builds the things we see in this dungeon with coal-like eyes. Not only that, it can knock wax containers over. We have a random table for what it'll do to you. And this creature is just a monstrosity that is here. And it gets summoned. This thing gets summoned anywhere that has fog. 1 in 6 chance when that power goes off, it shows up. Now, bosses don't come back to life if they are defeated, so it is a permanent death. If they don't defeat it, we're still here to fight. Good amount of hit points. Fogstone will be seen with that D6 roll. I'm pumped. I'm really pumped for this. This is going to be the set piece that we built for tonight. We also have a door that gets entries for people, just like any other locked door. Obviously, we have more than just this map. This is in the fog section. Over in the ruins, we have the Crimson Tower here that we're dealing with. This is our map that we have done our god fight in, that everyone runs from. So even if he goes up here, this fight is going to be smashing people. And we got to go through and fill some of this out maybe next time we get together in the first week of November. First Friday in November is the game plan. And then if this wasn't enough, we also have the Ecton Tower. If we go over to the Ecton Tower, this has our main map that we've built out. Both of these last two maps are from Amalith. Tons of stuff on this map. And right now, the Decapitus is here. And this leads him into the new dungeon. So he either goes into a new dungeon with all the new stuff that we fought, or his dumbass tries to go back through all of this and get killed. Good luck. Hasn't turned out for anyone yet. Boss is still here. So tomorrow on Corpse Talk at 8 PM CST, we'll be getting together with Chris Eddy from Alchemy to go through our Corpse Talk dungeon, bringing a bunch of prizes to put into the raffle every time they die. I'm super excited. We put a ton of work into this tonight. Thank you for Star Drew for all the purchase packs that you've given out to the community to use. Thanks to Serving Hands and to Kyle who purchased packs as well. Everyone who showed up for the show it makes Corpse Talk fun. I'm so excited when we go to do our treasury drawing at the end of this season. And we'll have all of these tables. I have an entire spreadsheet of people in it for kills and things that have happened and best MVP creature, best creep of the year. I have a bunch of fun things that I want to do to give out. And that's just the first fucking season we're working on. My goal is once this is done, I want to turn it into something for Morkborg. I want to turn it into Corpse Talk's version of Morkborg. Maybe a solo gameplay, maybe multiplayer. I don't know yet. But I think taking these dungeons and everything that everyone's building together and turning this into something awesome could be a really cool way to present this to the tabletop audience. But for now, our goal is simply to kill as many guest stars as we can. The Headless Knight cannot survive. We have to do everything we can to take him down. So, that is it for Corpse Talk tonight, everybody. Thank you for joining us for Extra Creature Creation this month. We will be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, over on this side, there's going to be a little circle to click. We're trying to hit 500 so we can add super chat interaction into the show. It also allows us to monetize the channel to help pay for everything that we do here. I personally spend 6 to 7 days a week building things for this channel, from the shows that I run and the wonderful cast members I have here. I would love to make this something where everyone can use this and count on it as a way to pay for things that we do. On the other side over here, there's going to be a video to watch. It's either going to be Corpse Talk, but I'm going to be honest, the audio did not turn out for the last two. The interviews were great, but the audio is bad because my guests need new mics. But they're still great to listen to. They're still fun. If it's not that, it's probably going to be Blade Runner or maybe John Wick if you've missed any of that. Share with your friends. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you to all the people. And I'll be back tomorrow night, ready to go, beer in hand. And we'll get into some Corpse Talk. Night, everybody.